Was good. What's good, everybody? We are doing all signs. What to expect, general messages, whatever comes through, whether it's love, work, money, personal, shit, whatever. All right, we are going from Aries down to Pisces today. But moving forward, we will be taking turns. I think that's a good idea. All right. All right, what's good, Nancy? So we are starting with Aries. What's good, Corabelle, Christine? Hey, Yolanda. All right, starting with Aries. What do we have for Aries? Keep in mind these messages are whatever comes through, okay? All right. Sometimes when there's love messages that come through, I do try to see what else is going on for those of you not looking for love. But sometimes they're just too point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? All right, what's good? Hey, One Queen Yari. See, terrific Tuesday. All right, Aries. What can Aries expect this week? I'll probably go back and forth from this deck to the Witch's Tarot as well. 3 shuffles. What can Aries expect this week? Overall energy for you this week, Aries, we do have the Temperance in reverse with the 7 of Pentacles right under that, King of Cups, Knight of Cups. Okay. Well, the thing is, Aries, is I do feel like you have some type of offer on the table from some type of external influence. This could be a lover. This is someone that may be romantically into you, or even wanting to invest into you in some way when it comes to a project that may not be going the way you had hoped, or isn't growing the way you had hoped. But I do feel like this week, Aries, you seem to be very set on not really asking for help, let's just put it that way, or not really allowing external energies into your space. There's this energy where you may be very focused on, doing something all by yourself, finishing some type of plan all by yourself. It's like, I just want to get this done by myself. It's that type of energy. You may feel like you're almost indulging into personal desires and needs in the third dimensional reality, because there's a lot of focus being put on overcoming some type of financial adversity that you may be going through, regaining stability, regaining a solid foundation for yourself to avoid sabotage, to avoid disaster. You may be saying things as well this week, Aries, from a different perspective that's allowing you to put your money where your mouth is, kind of thing. That's allowing you to focus more on what's necessary for you in this phase in your life rather than external influences that may be trying to come in. Because yeah, there could be a water sign here potentially that is, wanting you to let them in, wanting you to accept their help, accept their love, whatever this, water energy is coming through for you. There's someone that is wanting, to ask for forgiveness potentially, or again, wanting to support you in some way, wanting to help you, especially if they see you as someone that may be feeling neglected. You may have chosen, Aries, as well, to isolate yourself or detach, from things in your life that you've just lost patience for. Okay, maybe lack the will to fight for. And I do feel like there's someone that may be feeling like they're receiving a very detached energy from you. And likely because you are in a space of, being self-focused, or again, in a space where you're lacking patience with, waiting for anybody to come through for you. You're just more so doing something by yourself. But I do see a lover, or again, someone that really has a lot of deep love for you, trying to make their way in, but whoever this person is, you have detached from temporarily, at least, to follow through with some type of plan or project that you have going on. And I do see it working out in your favor. A lot of you guys are receiving the rewards of your efforts. Okay, you may be, finally seeing things, especially in the work department, finally seeing things pay off, finally feeling like you're regaining stability. And I do feel like if you have been close to some type of personal crisis or some type of personal, if you have felt almost like you've been close to a disaster in some way, okay, or some type of tower moment. I do see you kind of changing the direction of whatever that is, just because there has been a lot of focus, or there will be a lot of focus being put into your finances, work, stability, even your own insecurities. For those of you that it wasn't really work focused, this could be you putting a lot of energy into things that may have held you back or restricted you, whether that was personal insecurities or things that just made you feel not the best. Okay, so I do see a new perspective happening for you this week. Give me one more on that Hangman. With the Ace of Cups in reverse. And the Three of Cups. A lot of you guys are starting to realize that your friends or a certain social circle is not serving you anymore. Okay, whatever this is that maybe you've put a lot of energy into, maybe you went out a lot, or you kind of connected with a certain group of people or a community. This could be also a sibling maybe that you put a lot of expectations on in the past as well. This is someone that you're starting to realize it's not serving you in any way. If anything, it's causing more unhappiness or lack of fulfillment, because you may feel like you're feeding a lot of energy into some type of social circle and not really receiving anything in return. There could also be a third party situation potentially that you may have realized you were draining yourself thin in. And you kind of chose to take a step back and focus more so on regaining your stability. And I do see you making that happen this week. So I like it. There's a lot of personal effort being put in to your work and your finance, things that were making you feel like your foundation was not stable. All right. And again, it may feel like you're almost being a little bit greedy or selfish, or it may feel like you're kind of lacking patience with external influences to the point that you may be detaching. And I feel like that's what you're doing. And I do feel like whoever this water sign is that may be trying to be there for you or support you or love you, whatever it may be, this is someone that is being more than understanding of this detachment energy that you're going through. So a lot of you guys, again, are realizing that there's a certain social circle that's not serving you. You're definitely cutting that off. You may be kind of isolated from someone that may be trying to support you in a period where you feel neglected. And this person is trying to be understanding, trying to be wise when it comes to whatever this is that you're going through, and they're trying to give you space. Okay, it could be a father as well. It doesn't have to be. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of positive energy happening for you this week. Okay. A lot of you guys are focused on a new work opportunity as well. But you do seem to be overcoming some type of personal crisis, is the best way I can explain that. You could also be dealing with a Sagittarius. We have Aries, Pisces, and Virgo. Give me an oracle. So we do have Beyond Illusion. So this is crown chakra energy. We also have healing and ordinariness. So it may feel like you're focusing more so on the mundane things in life. I mean, in this photo, this girl is harvesting her apples from her orchard. So it may feel like you're almost focused on the more mundane things, the things that you will reap the rewards if you put in the effort. You may feel like you almost need to look away or detach from things that really get you going in that powerful sacral energy type of energy. Because in this deck, the lady has her hand over, you know, her sacral and crown chakra, third eye, the eyes in general. And it's like you may feel this week like you need to kind of look away from certain things that usually get you all riled up and pumped up. And I have an Aries rising, so I totally get it. And you may feel like you're focusing more on the mundane things in life. But the good news is doing so is allowing you to harvest what you truly deserve. Okay. Beyond illusion. Some of you guys are just connecting to a part of yourself that you may not really be that open with to other people. Maybe there was personal insecurities or things that have kind of got shaky because of your personal choice to ignore certain things in your life. And you may feel like you need to nurture yourself on a deeper level. And you may be also realizing that if you want anything to happen, you may need to kind of shift your focus from something that, you know, may have manifested things that were not the best for you. Okay, so I like this for you. I like it. So focusing more on the mundane things, what's in your control, and you seem to be reaping the rewards for that this week as well. All right. And again, if this King of Cups energy that was coming through, if that person may be in a space where, again, they still want to support you, but they may be also recognizing that you don't want the help or you don't want the love, and they're kind of trying to wait for a better time, whether you want this person in your life or not. They're trying to take a step back and trust their intuition and be more understanding, I guess you could say. All right. All right, Taurus. What's good, Kevin? Amanda? Stephanie? All right, what do we got? Sorry about that. What do we have for Taurus? Hey, Mr. Bowers. Yeah, we got our mod squad, or at least Mr. Bowers. What do we have for Taurus? What can Taurus expect this week? Universe, spirits, and guides. What's good, Jasmine? 3 shuffles. What can Taurus expect this week? Overall energy for you, Taurus, we have the 10 of Swords in reverse with the World in reverse right under that. 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay, Queen of Swords. Well, the good news is, Taurus, I do feel like you're in a space this week where you seem to have the resources, the funds, the confidence to kind of go out there and take care of yourself, maybe go to the spa, maybe put a little extra loving into yourself, some money into yourself, or kind of, you know, even consider making large purchases. There is this energy where you're trying to, you know, put some type of, you may have been having a hard time coping with something that may feel like it's incomplete, or you may feel unfinished business, or you may even just feel some sense of, you know, not really feeling worthy, maybe feeling unsuccessful in certain aspects of your life. And I do feel like you may, again, this is like feeling like you received some type of shattered reality in a certain aspect of your life, maybe feeling limited when it comes to your options as well. But you seem to be trying to rise above that feeling, or rise above this feeling of not feeling successful, or struggling to finish certain things in your life, or even feeling unfinished business with people from your past potentially. It's like you're trying to overcome some type of struggle by creating new healing mechanisms, by creating new healthy distractions for yourself. And again, there's almost, you may feel like there's certain struggles or problems in your life that are just, you know, continuous, or they just don't seem to have an end. And I feel like you're really trying to figure out how to end these certain situations, connections, work projects, whatever it may be, without giving too much energy. It's almost like you're trying to make a transition without, you know, burning too many bridges, or, you know, hurting too much if it's in regards to a person. I do feel like you're also receiving advice from someone this week, or receiving honest communication that you don't really seem to want to look at or hear. For those of you that are in a relationship, you may have a partner kind of, you know, going on about you spending too much money potentially. Okay. And I don't really feel like you're even in the mood to defend yourself if that's the case. Even if it's not a partner, you just may have people saying, you know, maybe you shouldn't spend so much money, blah, blah, blah. And you're in a space of like, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? And honestly, I don't really feel like that's a bad thing. I feel like you're in a space where you do have the resources to kind of do something differently here, or again, take care of yourself, or separate yourself from certain shitty situations that you're going through that you may be having a hard time coping with. And you seem to be trying to like pump yourself up. It's almost like you're trying to like pull yourself out of a bad situation, and it may look like kind of nonsense to other people, or like you're distracting yourself, when you have a method for the madness. And if you're going to be mad, you got to have a method. Okay. And you seem to have a method to all this madness you got going on, when it comes to, you know, splurging, when it comes to even just taking a few extra personal days, whatever it may be, you have a reason for it. And it is to kind of separate yourself from something that is just draining the shit out of you, or is causing you some sense of maybe making you feel degraded in some way as well, if it's a work situation. And you may be trying to recreate yourself. You may be going through an ego death, you know, or you may be trying to, you know, transform the way you even perceive yourself to allow yourself to throw yourself into new experiences. Okay, I don't know how to explain that, but regardless, I do feel like you are receiving constructive criticism from someone here that may be being really pessimistic with you, that may be not really seeing what you're looking at, not really understanding where you're coming from. And I don't really feel like you're in a mood to defend yourself to this person. Who is this? Who's this person coming in to communicate with Taurus? So whoever this person is, this is someone that you may have distanced yourself from because you got sick of waiting for some type of solution with them. You may have felt like this person was very much all about head games and drama and competing. This is someone that, you may have felt like they were trying to compete with you or bring you down in some way, or there was this constant disagreement of values or conflicts in regards to certain issues, and you may have distanced yourself or walked away from this person because he wasn't seeing things to be getting any better. It could be an air sign. We do have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that may be trying to give you some advice, and it is coming from a good place, but you don't want to hear it. It's like, you wasn't there for me in the bad times, like why the fuck are you popping up now? Is that type of energy. Because there's definitely, you may feel like this communication comes out of nowhere too, like all of a sudden someone's trying to make time for you, but you're very stubborn to this energy, definitely almost going against it, because for whatever reason you don't desire to make improvements or, you know, hear someone out. And that's, maybe they just impact your vibe. I don't know what's going on there. But you do have some, you know, almost pessimist, like someone that may be on the outside looking in, that maybe seeing a very surface level understanding about what you're going through, and they're trying to make sense of it, and they're trying to come in and give you advice, but you don't want to listen to it. And again, I don't even feel like you're going to be arguing with this person or even defending yourself. You're not in a space where you want to defend yourself. Okay. Just give me one more on that 10 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, with the Queen of Wands, you're taking back your power. You're trying to put your problems behind you. You may be in a place where you're kind of sick of bitching. You know, you're sick of, you ever go through something and it's like you always have a sad song and it's like it feels justified with facts and whatnot, but then you get tired of it yourself. You get sick of being in this like having a hard time to cope place or bitching place or whatever it may be. And I feel like you're in a space where you're trying to rise above, you know, this victim-like mentality that even if it wasn't output in a way where you were putting it on anybody, you were tired of draining yourself and causing your own self-sabotage. And I do see you taking back your power. You may be wanting to get out, or again, the Queen of Wands, you may be getting back into fitness or, you know, doing things that just make you feel good, that kind of get your confidence back. And I like it. Also, I do feel like for those of you that are around a lot of people or work with a lot of people, or there's a lot of people that are trying to associate with you, you may feel like people are against you this week, where, you know, they're trying to hate on what you're doing, or again, where they're misunderstanding, where they're trying to intellectualize everything that you're doing and feed you with a bunch of bullshit. You may feel like people are kind of against you this week, but I feel like you are confidently, and it's like you have it's kind of going over your head, not over your head. It's going in one ear and out the other. Like, it's not really restricting you. You're having an easy time this week, kind of rising above the haters, rising above the naysayers, whatever it may be. And it's good. I like it. You're definitely feeling more in control this week. And again, you may not have a definite understanding as to what direction you're taking. You're just more so focused this week on investing into yourself, specifically the body, maybe specifically, you know, your fitness regime, or taking care of yourself, maybe going and get waxed. I don't fucking know. Okay, that's Nine of Pentacles, like splurging a little bit. It's like you may be in a space where you're taking care of yourself in a new way, and you're feeling good, and I like it. Okay. But yeah, you do seem to have someone that is trying to give you advice or tell you about yourself, but just keep in mind, whoever this person is, You're not fazed by it. You're not bothered by it. You may even like roll your eyes type of energy for this person. Okay. Slowing down. I like that. Conditioning. Sorry, that card is We Are the World. It kind of reminds me of the World card. It kind of reminds me of like 10 like cycles ending so new things can begin. And then right after that, we do have transformation. So a lot of you guys are taking a step back or slowing down to condition. Conditioning can mean a few things, okay? But with the rest of the cards, I feel like you're putting a lot of energy into closing something out or allowing something to come to an end so you can embrace some type of transformation that you are desiring. And again, you may not really specifically know what that looks like, but you are putting a lot of energy into yourself, into conditioning yourself, into getting back in that right wavelength, right? Because when we act differently, when we feel differently, it helps our mind think differently. And thoughts always manifest into something, whether it's some type of dramatic repercussion on energy level, or whether it's a choice, whether you are just lounging around and you're more susceptible to make choices that are not good for you, whatever it may be. You're kind of conditioning yourself, you know, to rise above a certain situation or feeling, to embrace some type of transformation. I like it. I like it. You could literally be conditioning, like getting a personal trainer. Maybe that's something you're splurging on this week, something like that. Okay. So we don't have any signs specifically, but I do feel like, you know, the person that you could be dealing with this week could be an air sign. It doesn't have to. It could just be in their Mercury or just strong in their chart. But all right. Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? What's good, Tom? What can Gemini expect this week? LaDonna? Oh, damn. Okay, I'm just going to take a peek at these. The Death card, 9 of Swords in reverse, 3 of Wands, 3 shuffles. So a lot of you guys may be getting out of your head about some type of ending. You may be still dealing with that residual energy of, you know, sadness or depression or grief or whatever it may be. But with that 3 of Wands, that's you turning your back to make long-term plans, okay? Overall energy for you this week, Gemini. We do have the World in reverse with the Strength in reverse right under that. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Why are you doing that to yourself, Gemini? You're still very vulnerable to someone that may not really have the best intentions with you. Okay, let's just put it that way. I don't know, I'm going to pull the rest of the cards here. Yeah, because I feel like you are lacking confidence in a certain direction, Gemini. And again, if you're dealing with a specific person, because with this Knight of Cups in reverse, you may be dealing with someone this week that's quite moody, that's quite manipulative. They may be here one day, gone the next. This can be someone that is also, you know, revoking a love offer or kind of pulling out on an emotional level, where you may feel like they're very distant. And there does seem to be some type of, you know, conflict between you and this person. It doesn't have to be a lover. It could be anyone. And I feel like it's triggering you, okay? And I honestly, Gemini, with that Strength in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this may be something that you're already aware is not good for you, because there is some type of negative history here that maybe the rose-tinted glasses are off. You're already aware this person does not have good motives with you. Whether if it's someone that you work with, you may be aware that they just have very superficial, you know, desires with you, whatever it may be. Or if it's a partner, you may feel like they're not loyal, or they're just, you know, mean, or whatever it may be. It's like there's something here triggering you this week, Gemini. So I would be careful of that, because you do have all the clarity you need on whatever this situation is. But I feel like your optimism Now, I'm going to read this if it's not a specific person for you, but there is some level of optimism here in having that happily ever after, or having something play out in a way that is ideal for you, or what you desired, or whatever it may be. And it is causing you to be, you know, more vulnerable to a situation, or more passive or submitting to a situation that is just not good for you. So be careful of that. Because it's exhausting you. Okay, you may feel a little bit burnt out this week, Gemini. I'm just going to be real with you. You may be a little bit more, again, likely you may be a little bit more susceptible to lashing out, or having a breakdown, or just going batshit crazy, Gemini, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. With that Four of Swords in reverse. And you're also in a space where you may be having a hard time being honest with certain people that you're dealing with, or you may be having the Four of Swords in reverse is someone that has a hard time asking for help. It's a very stubborn, resilient nature. So if you are in a space where you don't want to ask for help, that's fine, but you may need to kind of take a step back and reconfigure and get your shit together before you kind of go out into the world again, or go try to communicate with a specific person. Now, obviously, depending on the nature of the relationship, you may just want to separate yourself from the situation to begin with, because again, you're already aware that this person just has really, they're triggering you, whatever this is, okay? So, yeah, I would be careful with, you know, this person. It could be a Sagittarius or Leo. It doesn't have to be, but there does seem to be someone that is being very moody, or they're trying to play on your emotions. They may be trying to, if it's like a lover, for example, or a new lover, this is someone that's very in and out, and it just, they get you all riled up, and then it's like they're gone and it pisses you off, something like that. Like there's something here that is just irritating you. So don't give people more respect or attention or energy than they deserve, okay? And again, it's this optimism or hope that is kind of holding you to whatever that situation is. So now, if you're not dealing with any specific person, Gemini, there is just some residual energy from the past that has you still quite insecure, feeling inadequate, feeling not good enough, feeling still very vulnerable. Okay, let's just put it that way. And you may be kind of feeling out of balance, feeling like you're having a hard time creating anything new. You may be feeling a lack of inspiration, and you may be in a space of still trying to remain resilient while also feeling burnt out, or also feeling, it's like you're still trying to keep it on. Okay, let's just put it that way. You're still trying to keep on keeping on. But again, you may not really be in the best space to create anything new this week, because again, you may be having a hard time catching that wave, or getting connected, or being even aware of what it is you need to move toward, because you're lacking patience this week, Gemini. You're definitely lacking patience, and you're trying to move something forward, even though you're not really in the best space to do that. So I'm not saying you can't get into that space, but as long as we're holding on to this residual past energy, it's kind of, you know, creating a lot of creative blocks for you, okay? Why is that Four of Swords in reverse? Oh. With the Ace of Pentacles. Someone also may be, Four of Swords in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse. Someone also may be just being really immature about their perception of you. This is like being on the receiving end of really moody or immature energy surrounding mental health, surrounding anything to do with the mind, surrounding anything to do with your mechanism and reason as to why you detach, or why you're separating yourself, why you feel the need to be resilient. And this could have something to do with a job, Gemini, a work opportunity. There may be someone that is, if you are dealing with a person, there may be someone that's not really in support of a new job or work opportunity that you have coming towards you, and it may be triggering you. It may be making you question yourself, question your worth, because with that Queen of Pentacles in reverse that was under there, and the Strength in reverse, if you are dealing with a specific person, it may be causing you to question your worth or value in a certain direction that potentially could be a new job. But you seem to be adamantly very, it's like you're still putting a lot of energy or desire, or you're still trying to work on whatever that work opportunity is, or if there is certain things that, you know, you feel the need to overcome when it comes to financial hardships or whatever it may be. You're in a space of like letting someone, you know, have their say, or be moody, or immature about something, and you just seem to be kind of putting the head to the ground type of energy. It's like you're acting like you don't see whatever that is that's triggering you, even though it is triggering you. You're trying to be resilient through it because you see the potential in a job, a work situation, or you just see the potential in yourself when it comes to overcoming your own bullshit, or whatever this is that is causing a lot of insecurities. So yeah, Gemini, when it comes to specific people, I feel like there could be an argument this week, if I'm going to be honest with you, but it's going to be up to you. I mean, with that Strength in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this is saying that you may be feeding into a situation or allowing yourself to lash out or be vulnerable to a situation that really doesn't deserve you to lash out, right? And people can try to argue or disagree with you, but they can't do it with someone that just doesn't care or isn't listening or isn't responding back. And maybe that's why we have the Four of Swords in reversed as well. You could be very stubbornly, trying to ignore an energy or a situation. But I do feel like there may be someone that is just not understanding, or, they don't get you. And it's causing a lot of misunderstandings. It's causing a lack of support coming in from this external energy, or understanding. Or did I say that? Yeah, I did. So, but if this is a personal thing, Gemini, again, I feel like there is something from the past that you're holding, that like you're still, whatever this is triggering you from the past, you're still entertaining it some way. Okay. And that it's kind of leaving a door open for things to come in that you don't want. So let's just put it that way. And whether you're entertaining this person, maybe you're going out with them on the weekends, maybe you live with them, maybe you keep an eye on their social media. There's something here where you kind of have the door open that you may need to really focus on closing that out or putting an end to it. And again, I feel like you're really trying, Gemini, with the Four of Swords in reverse, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. It's like you're really trying to put effort in yourself, put effort in personal goals. But you do seem to be easily distracted or triggered. Okay. And even when we find ourselves being resilient naturally to situations where we feel like it's not impacting us, sometimes people can trigger us in such a way that even though we're not indulging into it, it's still impacting the flow of our energy in projects that have nothing to do with them. And I don't really know how to explain that, but everything really is stemmed from the root of why you do what you do. And that's why they say it's not what you do, it's how you do it, right? So be careful that you're not overthinking things moving forward, or being critical on yourself moving forward, or whatever it may be. Like whatever this energy is, even if that's just your personal blocks, don't allow it to impact your goals moving forward, because there's a lot of opportunity coming for you, Gemini. You just need to remain resilient, but not just resilient. You need to remain in tune with your intentions and what is going on with you and why you're doing the things you do. Because sometimes people get lost in the sauce and they live a life solely based off grudges. They live a life solely based off of, I'm going to prove them wrong. And it's toxic and it's depressing when they realize nobody cares. So whatever this is that you're doing, make sure that it's coming from you and not coming from a triggered and vulnerable space. Okay. But yeah, I do feel, like I said, who is this Knight of Cups in reverse? Ace of Swords in reverse, Nine of Pentacles. This could be someone that is misunderstood. If you have become separate or single from someone, Gemini, this could be someone that is misunderstanding something, okay? Or there's some confusion surrounding you desiring to remain separate. Even if it's not a lover, you may have, put yourself in a position where you wanted to remain separate even from a business, or not really get work affiliations, or not wanting to be affiliated with too many other businesses or whatever it may be. And there could be someone misunderstanding your motives when it comes to whatever this is that you've made yourself separate to, okay, which could be causing misinformation or just confusion. Someone could also be feeling, pushed to the side or blocked out, and it is causing frustration on their part as well, which is manifesting into just a lack of maturity or immaturity when it comes to their perspective on what's going on with you. Okay. Now, on a personal level, Gemini, if this isn't a specific person, this is you having a hard time figuring out how to be separate from someone, or even single for some of you. Okay, you may be having a hard time figuring out how to be separate from something, or you're lacking ideas. It's like you're oppressed with some type of inner truth. You may also be aware of a large purchase that is needed, Gemini, and that is oppressing you. Okay, but instead of focusing on that, you're choosing to be mentally resilient here and focus on some new work opportunity, or simply bettering yourself with a trade or personal goals, whatever it may be. All right. So could be dealing with a Sagittarius. That's all we have specifically. But let's see. Give me an oracle for Gemini. Ooh. We do have aloneness. We have healing. Okay. So there may be a time, Gemini, where you need to kind of go your own way here in a situation. Embrace being alone for a period of time. And with this healing energy, some of you, if you had a sex-based connection, and I'm just saying this because there is potentially a person that you're very weak to, okay? If, for those of you that had a sex-based connection, or if there was some type of connection that was stemmed from, infatuation or passion or something that you really, truly desired in some way, you may need to kind of close that out, Gemini, or not look at something that is, hurting you, okay? And this is to heal the heart space. We have the upper space and lower space all closed off here in this card, but the heart space is lit up, right? And open and woke. And I feel like you're in a space where you may need to kind of focus on yourself, maybe focus on healing the heart, connecting with yourself, especially if you're having a lot of creative blocks, and allowing yourself to love yourself. And the only way we can release that baggage out of our water element and our heart and take that weight off is to either, if we're lacking love, we need to fill it with our own love, right? If we're trying to love too many people and we have all this baggage, we need to start releasing, right? Because that causes descension. When we're lacking love, it causes ascension into experiences that may not really be necessary for you. So if you're lacking something in one of your elements, it's like you need to either take that time and kind of go your own way and figure out how to be there for yourself and love yourself. And if it's just baggage, emotional baggage, you're going to have to figure out how to go your own way and create something from nothing and release that, or that's going to cause a descension, right? So just give me one more for Gemini. Yeah, this is something that you're already aware of. We do have awareness. Look, letting go. So a lot of you guys have just been carrying too much. Some of you guys may have been in a space where there has been like some descended space, and that's all part of life. We're always going to go up and down. We're always going to have ebbs and flows. That's just life. Anybody that tries to act like they don't have ups and downs, I mean, let them think whatever they want to think. But I feel like you're in a space where you need to let go here in order to get into a more balanced space, because with this temperance in reverse right now, your ability to create anything new is being haunted or inhibited by things that are just not in your control. Okay, and you may need to get into a more balanced space, okay, and let go of whatever this is that's kind of dragging you down or whatever it may be. So don't be afraid to be alone. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to be alone. That's, Anyway, but yeah, we only have Sagittarius here specifically, but it could be any sign. All right. Cancer. Let's get Mountain Mermaid, Jasmine. What can Cancer expect this week? Michaela. Three more. What can Cancer expect this week? Two more. I believe Venus went retrograde as well. 3 shuffles. So a lot of our heartstrings may be pulled this week in a way that is kind of setting us back, but it gives us an opportunity to kind of do things differently. That's like retrogrades aren't always bad. Sometimes it can give us an opportunity to recreate the past or recreate how we handle that within the mind space for Mercury retrogrades. But for Venus being retrograde, a lot of us are going to be given an opportunity with how we handle our heart space, how we handle family matters, how we handle, depending on where your Venus is at, I'm sure a lot of us are maybe triggered. I'm not sure how long Venus is in retrograde, to be honest with you, but I did see that. All right, overall energy for you this week, Cancer. We do have the World in reverse for you too. Past shits, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands in reverse, the Emperor. Okay, I like that. I like that, Cancer. Hierophant in reverse. 5 of Pentacles in reverse, 7 of Pentacles upright. Well, the good thing is, Cancer, money is looking good for you this week. I like that. You're receiving a lot of success when it comes to your business matters, when it comes to something that you've been investing a lot of time and energy into. You may be reaping the rewards of your efforts when it comes to business matters. And it feels good. Okay. You may be feeling like you got control of your money matters, your business this week, a work situation. You may be feeling like you're coming out of a dark space when it comes to finances and feeling like a little bit stressed out. Again, there is this energy of overcoming some type of, financial situation. And if it wasn't a financial situation, it could be a health situation. You may be starting to see the results of a weight loss regime or something that you may have been doing specifically for the betterment of your health. I also feel, Cancer, now with this World in reverse, Hierophant in reverse, there is going to be someone that's trying to step back into your life. The thing is here, though, you do seem to be remaining in control. You don't really seem to be conforming to a certain person. You may be completely battle fatigued with the whole situation, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, because you're having a very easy time holding back, biting your tongue, rising above the hate, rising above the whatever, okay, the poor me stories potentially, because some of you may have someone from your past trying to make you feel bad for them, trying to trigger your heartstrings. Like I was saying before I started your reading, a lot of us are going to have our heartstrings pulled. You're seeing that, but you're in control. And like I said, we're given the opportunity to kind of reevaluate how we're going to handle a situation. And I feel like you are remaining in control in regards to someone from your past stepping back into your life. Okay. This could be someone that you may feel is only showing up because it makes sense, because of money. Maybe they feel like you've achieved some type of success in your life, and it's like you may feel like they're trying to hold on to you because of that. Whatever it is, it's kind of, you may be feeling like you're going against your traditional morals when it comes to pushing someone away, or when it comes to just remaining unbiased to the situation or detached. Because again, a lot of you guys are having an easier time staying in your own lane or not drifting off into these past experiences or whatever it may be, because there is some type of work situation, money situation, some type of stability that is working out really well for you. And it's, when and they always say it and people disagree with it, but it kind of, when you're doing good in life, you don't really have a whole lot of desire to hate or like whatever it may be. And it's true. You know what I mean? And I feel like you're in a space where you are doing good. You're feeling in control. Some of you guys are getting a promotion as well. For those of you that were worried about competition in the workplace, or for those of you that were worried about getting recognition, you're going to realize really quickly this week that it's all you. Okay. You may be getting a promotion, or again, if for those of you that are entrepreneurs, potentially, you're in a space where you're not really you don't want to compete. You don't want to compete with other businesses that may be doing some similar things. You're not in a space where you want to compete. You're remaining in control. You're sticking to your plan. Things are working out really well for you. There's a lot of stability happening for you this week, Cancer, when it comes to money and work. But for those of you that had a relationship, a long-term relationship with someone with that 10 of Pentacles, that person may attempt to come back. And I don't want to say they don't have the best of motives, but they may be coming back just because they're in a weak space, right? They may be trying to cling to you because they're lost without you, or because they can't figure out how to be on their own, or it could potentially because of money or security. So just be careful of that, because with that Hierophant in reverse, no, you may not be conforming to a situation, but this can also lead toward the direction of having a hard time listening to your inner guidance and inner wisdom about a situation. So I feel like you know what to do in the situation. It's just about remaining in control, okay? Because some of you, for those of you that had children, or if there's, you know, responsibilities to consider, there may be a space in desiring to create solutions around the situation. But there also needs to be a recognition for patterns, negative patterns, things that may not have changed. And with that Strength card, you may hold compassion toward a situation that has not changed straight up. So words are cheap. Never let someone back because of words. If you want to work something out, give things time. Don't put a label on it right away. Why people feel the need, like they need a fucking label, it makes no sense. Give it time. If they want to be with you, let them prove that they want to be with you. Okay, don't just be like, oh, okay, sorry, babe. Let's make it work right away. Let's, you know, relationship status, be careful of that. Because you may not be, you know, you may be acting from a place of character, yes, but just because we have good motives doesn't mean we're feeding into someone that has good motives, okay? So just keep that in mind. Regardless, things are looking awesome. And if you have no lover or relationship, this is just you being badass all by yourself. Definitely overcoming some type of financial hardship, reaping the rewards for your efforts. Some of you guys are getting paid. You may be receiving a settlement, or you're receiving some type of payouts as well that maybe you have been waiting on. And there does seem to be a success when it comes to business, when it comes to, you know, feeling, because I feel like last week, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure last week I had this talk with you guys about, you know, you were struggling because you didn't really feel like you were in your authority. And this week you're in your authority, you're in control. And honestly, it may be different for you. If I'm going to be straight up with you with the Hierophant in reverse, that's the card of reversed roles, okay? Whatever is going on with you, it may be very different for you, where it's uncomfortable. But it's your new suit, Cancer. It's your new suit. It's your boss suit. Just own it. I like it. So, but yeah, some of you, I mean, let me just clarify this Five of Pentacles reversed, if this is someone coming back. Oh, shit, man. No, you know what? Potentially, for some of you, there may be someone here that is single, okay? And they may be desiring to feed into the situation or receive some type of reciprocated energy between the two of you, but they're very much motivated by money or a large purchase specifically. So keep that in mind. But for most of you, Cancer, I feel like this is just you guys, you know, getting shit paid off, feeling more balanced on a financial level, also recognizing your worth, recognizing your potential, recognizing the shit you can get done when you really give a fuck and when you really try, right? So I like it. You're coming out of a dark space this week. Money is looking really good. Seems like money for you. But I can promise you, Cancer, for those of you, I mean, I shouldn't promise, but for those of you that have been dealing with a lover or someone that potentially may be desiring to come back around, you may be put in a position of opposition this week, okay? And your guilty conscience, or your conscience in general, you know, maybe tempting you to turn over a new leaf with someone. But the good thing is we do have the King of Wands and Two of Swords. So this is saying that you're remaining in control when it comes to some type of tough decision, and you will remain in a place where you're making head over heart decisions. So you're not going to be pushed around too easily or vulnerable too easily, because you're very much focused on what you got going on the harvest of what you got going on. And you may feel the need to kind of look away from someone that you feel is very manipulative or just immature. But I do feel like there potentially may be an opportunity to turn over a new leaf with someone, but I feel like you're remaining in control. It does have you in your head a little bit where you may be kind of needing time to think about it, but I don't see you reacting to it, even though there may be a temptation to do so because of some type of conscience or looking at things too logically. There may be a temptation to do so, but I feel like you're remaining opposite to the situation and standing your ground, okay? But money is looking good this week for you, Cancer. Okay, so the Fool, I'm not going to take these because I was not. Totality and the Fool. For those of you that went through some type of major shift in the past few weeks, and I believe a few weeks ago, Cancers, y'all had some crazy shifts going on. You may be kind of regaining your faith this week, or things are finally starting to come full turn or working out in your favor. Okay, but give me an oracle here for Cancer. We do have isolation, and in this card, the isolation is specifically ice-olation, signifying how cold this guy is. Okay, and isolation, you're being a little ice princess, ice king. You're cold as fuck this week, Cancer. And that's what I was saying with that Emperor. It's like you're remaining in control. But the good thing is you're in your power. This is saying that you're creating something. You could be capitalizing off of current successes as well. There also, the solar plexus is lit up as well. So you may be really feeling in your power or expanding on something that's already going really well for you, and you're in harmony here. It's also the card of 10. So there is something here that is closing out for you. You're feeling in flow. You're feeling back to yourself. Okay, you're feeling more powerful. And again, there may be an energy of wanting to expand or capitalize off something that's already going really well for you. And again, I feel like you're kind of putting your tears on ice this week, Cancer. Okay, because this guy is crying, but it's frozen. It's like you're isolated. Your tears are on ice for another day, for a rainy day. Your tears are on. All right. So you could be dealing with a Taurus specifically. Some of you guys with second house energy is like you may have found new sources of income. You're creating new streams of income, working really well for you. I like it. Okay, you may also have felt like you were challenging yourself to some degree, or you feel like you're challenging yourself to some degree this week, challenging original values and whatnot. That's kind of allowing you to open up your horizon and see things on a bigger perspective. Okay, all right, Leo. What can Leo expect this week? What's good, Stasia? You've been gone for a minute. That's all right. All right. What can Leo expect this week? Three shuffles. Overall, what's going on? I'm just trying to think right quick. All right. Overall energy. I was just trying to think about what's going on with stars because we got a lot of like money focus. I mean, I do believe the moon is in Taurus right now, or it's going to be really soon. So that could be hitting everybody with a bam, but it's a 2-day thing. But so this doesn't seem right. But anyways, overall energy for you, Leo. We have the Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay. Wow. You got something that is exciting the shit out of you happening for you this week, Leo. All right, I'm just gonna, if you are not interested in love, I will read your side too, but I can't help but see all this happiness and bliss and marriage and potential, because you definitely got something new coming in, or a new opportunity from someone that you've already been talking to. Some of you, it's a proposal to make something serious, you know, to elevate the relationship, to take things to the next level. It could be a Libra, it doesn't have to be. But I do see an opportunity here to, you know, what's it? Tie the knot. do the dirty, not the dirty, but you know, to get married. Or again, there's going to be a lot of talk about the potential for kind of making something in writing or changing your status or whatever it may be. And I like this. And whatever this is, now for those of you, again, if you're not interested in love, just give me a minute. But whatever this is, Leo, I feel like you're very excited about it. But someone does definitely see potential in you. This feels, again, like it's a new situation, or if it's a current relationship, this is kind of taking things to the next level. And it's exciting you. It's like you're, whatever this is, if this is a past person or someone that maybe you've kind of been resisting because it wasn't really going in the direction you had hoped, you may have in the past little while been intentionally resisting someone, and it's kind of putting them in a position where they feel like they need to do more, or they need to put more energy into the situation. And it's bringing in a lot of stability, potential. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of honest conversations as well. I feel like you're motivated to be fair with this person, because again, if you have been in a space of even like rocking the boat or trying to, you know, say things under your breath or hint around to certain things, it's like you may be in a space of kind of submitting yourself to a situation that you may have potentially been resisting in the past, because you feel like someone is being honest and fair, because you see that, you know, big shiny pentacle as well. And I feel like you're motivated to be fair and honest in return. And there does seem to be a lot of, this does feel new though, with that Knight of Cups. This is new. I don't really feel like this is something that has matured quite yet. This is potential. This is someone that is being honest about. Sorry, I thought I heard something. I'm in my garage, so I get right sus about raccoons and shit, like, but everything's closed, so I'm just, they must be on the, we have a raccoon problem. Okay, but anyway, it's like, oh, it's just a bug, but that's not what it was. Okay, sorry, Leo. It's like, I feel like this is something that hasn't quite matured yet, but there is a lot of talk about potential, talk about marriage, talk about even having children together. There could be a lot of happily ever after type of feeling, or like blissful type of feeling you have. And that blissful type of feeling you have communicating and exchanging feelings and desires and honesty with someone is putting you in a place where you're willing to kind of put your problems behind you. Like if there's a history with this person, Leo, you're going to be in a space this week where you're willing to kind of put your frustrations with this person behind you, because you're feeling this space of bliss and happiness and potential and abundance. And it's pulling at your heartstrings, okay? It's pulling at your heartstrings, and you're inspired to take initiative and reciprocate and be fair. I like it, okay? So just give me one more on the Justice. Six of Wands in reverse. So this is someone that may be why you have been resisting this person, Leo, because you may feel like in the past they had a huge ass ego. You may feel like they humiliated you or made you feel some type of way in the past, where you just felt justified in kind of standing your ground or resisting making improvements or whatever it may be. Because there's something that happened potentially between the two of you that could have humiliated you or just made you feel unnoticed. It could just be something as simple as that. Like maybe you had a crush on this person, but you didn't feel recognized, you didn't feel appreciated or noticed. And you could have kind of been resisting moving toward this person for that very reason. But things are coming into balance this week. And I feel like if potentially someone did done you wrong, I feel like you're willing to let bygones be bygones and be fair and honest and expect the same in return moving forward. But I like this. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Three of Swords in reverse. Five of Wands. So someone potentially maybe being mature about some type of... So if it is a past person, Leo, this is someone that's being mature about some type of conflict that went down between the two of you. They're trying to be smart about the situation. They may feel like they received a reality check from you when it comes to something that was shared, when it comes to some type of third-party energy. And third-party energy does not have to be a person. It could be anything that just really impacted the two of your connections, whether it was, you know, just drama, whatever it may be. something like that. And this person is trying to be very mature about some type of drama that has, you know, accumulated between the two of you, and they're doing what's in their control to make things work or to smooth things out. And it could be stem from feeling like they received some type of reality check from you. And again, I feel like you're on board with it. Okay. So if this has nothing to do with love, Leo, but that's like specifically what I get. If this has nothing to do with love, I feel like a lot of you guys are very focused, and I feel like I'm repeating myself tonight because I'm getting this Ace of Pentacles for everybody, but I love the Ace of Pentacles because what happens with the Ace of Pentacles is you acknowledge, right? And for any type of issue, insecurity, instability, whatever it may be, the first step is to acknowledge it. And I just heard a bang on the door. Oh my God. Anyhow, if I hear it again, I'm gonna go check. Anyways, Leo, sorry, sketchy energy tonight. I feel like for those of you where this has nothing to do with love, it's like you're acknowledging what you need to do to bring, you know, stability back into your life, to bring confidence back into your life, to bring financial security back into your life. And you're very motivated here to make things right in your financial department. You're very motivated to make things right within yourself, whatever has been causing insecurities. Why? This is why. Something has humiliated the shit out of you, Leo. And I always say triggers are like natural healers. And sometimes we're triggered in a negative way. And if it triggers us enough, that's saying something about us. Because when people can say all they want, but the reality is it doesn't really stick unless, you know what I mean? Like, unless there's something true. And I feel like something here could have humiliated you. Something here could have made you feel some type of way. And whatever that was, it was a blessing in disguise. Okay, because it is causing you to get motivated to get on top of either a financial situation or just your own personal insecurities. Because again, you're taking initiative, you're inspired, and honestly, this inspiration could have come from some type of third-party energy. Okay, that could have started with inner conflict, but also put you in a place where now you're aware. Because yeah, no one likes to feel humiliated. Nobody likes to feel some type of way. But honestly, if it sticks enough, that means that there probably was some type of truth there. Okay, so whatever that is, you're putting in authentic effort from within to bring back stability or confidence in that. What's this Ace of Pentacles? Just give me one more on the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, there's definitely an acknowledgement. With the Four of Wands, Seven of Wands in reverse. So this could have something to do with a home, okay, or a community, or something here that's making you feel like you have a disadvantage, okay? So some of you guys may be saving money for a home, or there's something to do with a home that's making you feel, or a community even, that's making you feel like you have a disadvantage. And there's a lot of energy in acknowledging something that is making you feel weak, that is making you feel weak in your convictions, okay, more specifically. And when we're weak in our convictions, there's something within us that there's a reason for that. Either we're being a hypocrite and people may not know it, but we know it. So we kind of question ourselves. We kind of go back on speaking on some things, whatever it may be. Or there's something here that's making you feel like you have a disadvantage, even if that's just an internal struggle. You could be honestly being your biggest critic. Okay, so for a lot of you, you may be being your biggest critic in a very proactive way and acknowledging it, but not holding to that specific identity of that pain or that trigger, but working things out where you can bring balance to that and feel good. You know what I mean? So I like this for you, Leo. So yeah, a lot of you guys, like I said, you're saving money for a house, or there's something in a community. And again, this could just be your own insecurities, overcoming your own insecurities, so you can kind of get out there in the community or be a part of a community, because something here is making you feel inadequate, or like you have a disadvantage, or it's just making you feel weak. Like like it makes you feel unprotected. You know, I don't know how to explain that, but So I like it. But for a lot of you, this is, you know, for a lot of you, this is an opportunity from someone that may want marriage, or they may be giving you an opportunity to live together, or there could be potential or talk about living together. There could be potential or talk about getting a home together, or whatever it may be, and it's making you weak. Okay, but with that Seven of Wands in reverse, if this is a lover, be careful, because if this is love related, this is saying that you may be giving someone too much energy, too much space. This is also talking about sharing territory with someone. Don't move in with someone too quickly, Leo. Just be careful. But honestly, I feel like it's good energy, but you know, just make sure you protect yourself and stay strong in your convictions, and don't compromise your own convictions just to move something along out of blissful type of energy and woos of feelings, because that never lasts. Okay, so make sure your person is aligning with you if it's a love situation. So you could be dealing with a Libra. We have Virgo and Gemini. Okay. Some of you as well, sorry Leo, I keep getting stories for you. Some of you as well, if you are sharing territory with someone currently within a space or within a home or within a community, you may desire to be honest and very direct with that person, but you may feel like you need to, you know, overcome some type of personal struggle or financial adversity in order to kind of get back into your own personal integrity so you can be honest. But there does seem to be a lot of motivation to kind of get back in alignment with your personal integrity, because something is just kind of, you know, stunting your growth, making you feel icky, making you feel humiliated. So yeah, for those of you that are sharing space with someone, you may be focused on, you know, trying to be honest with that person, but you may feel like in order to be honest with that person, you need to kind of make up for something, or I don't know what's going on with that, or get your financial shit together. Let's see, give me an oracle for Leo. Look, we have guilt. So something is driving you batshit crazy. Something is driving you batshit crazy. We do have guilt. Politics. This guy is wearing a mask. Some of you may feel like you're wearing a mask, or you feel like the mask is coming off, or something here is making you feel like it no longer aligns with you, or you need to do something differently to get back into alignment. We have turning in. So a lot of you guys are turning in, trying to figure out, you know, what's really good for you. Okay. If there's a new lover coming in Leo, or an opportunity, guilt may be haunting you, or there's maybe political nature or legal agreements or contracts or old contracts in seventh house energy that may be kind of triggering you or making you feel weak, okay, or making you feel like you can't pursue something moving forward, and you may be trying to figure out how to deal with that. Or again, if this is a personal thing, it's like you're starting to develop a lot of guilt or frustration. It could be stealing your power as well, because this is the 8 and we're going back to the 7. So something in regards to, you know, resources, money, surrounding even your own personal psychology and psychology breakthroughs that may be needed. Like something here is pushing you back to kind of take a look at your motives, maybe pushing you back into a space where you're trying to check yourself, when you're trying to, like, you know, figure out who you are, figure out what your truth is, what's good for you. It's like, and that's where this turning in is coming from. It's like trying to get back into alignment, trying to like make things right, at least within yourself, even if it has nothing to do with other people. We all want to feel like we're being true to ourselves, and that truth can change, right? So just because you're not being true for a few weeks or whatever, it doesn't mean you're not true. It's like that changes, and it's meant to change. But you may be kind of turning in to figure out why you feel like something's just off, or that you're wearing a mask, or there's something here that's just making you feel icky, okay? So I like it. You're being proactive about it. Whatever it is, you're being proactive about it, okay? So you could be dealing with a Virgo. We have Virgo, Gemini, and Libra. Okay. All right. Oh, I'll check that at Virgo. I just had to check that, but I'll check it after Virgo because I always take a break after Virgo anyways. All right, moving on to Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? I need some lip gloss. Let's get Jack. The King's only Queen. It's romantic. All right, what do we have for Virgo? What can Virgo expect this week? 3 shuffles. What can Virgo expect this week? Some of you are dealing with a Leo. I just got to put that out there because 6 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Pentacles. Like someone may be, there could be someone that you're dealing with. It doesn't have to be a lover, okay? It could be a work partner, whatever it may be. But there could be someone that's feeling slightly humiliated by some type of investment that you're making, Leo. Or not Leo. You could be dealing with Leo. Virgo. There could be someone that's feeling slightly humiliated by some type of investment that you're making. They may be feeling that like you're putting pride above all right now. Page of Swords. Because the thing is here, Virgos, I feel like you are on your own path. There's definitely a desire to invest into a certain direction that you feel like is worth your time. Okay, you could be really receiving a lot of feedback, or you're reaping the rewards of some type of investment that kind of makes you feel like something is worth your time. I also feel like for those of you that were dealing with a lot of anxieties when it comes to options, when it comes to exploring a certain path even, I feel like a lot of your anxieties are being eradicated this week. Okay, you're coming to some type of conclusion surrounding some type of unstable financial situation. For those of you in a relationship, there could be a lot of arguing around shared resources. There could be a lot of arguing surrounding superficial values, surrounding things that may not really be necessary in the relationship. And even if it's not a love relationship, it could be someone, a partner, or someone that maybe there's an issue when it comes to values, when it comes to, you know, what's real, what isn't real, what's worth putting energy into, what's not worth putting energy into. And I feel like you're coming to some type of conclusion here surrounding something that you just don't resonate with, potentially something that you feel disconnected to. Okay, this could also be for those of you that had past lovers or even past desires for lovers. Okay, you could be coming to some type of conclusion around a past lover, feeling very adamant about disconnecting from something from your past, potentially because you feel like they're fake. Okay, or even if it's a relationship, it's like there's something here that feels fake to you, that doesn't feel right, that feels superficial, and you may be kind of reevaluating whether you want to invest into it. Okay, and again, this could be a lover, a work partner, anything like that. You're kind of taking a step back, asking yourself, do I really want to keep going with this? Do I really want to finish this plan? And I feel like you're letting go of negative thinking when it comes to making a final choice to kind of hone your energy in a more productive direction. And again, you may have felt like you were putting a lot of energy or putting energy at all into something that just was not serving you. And now you're in a space of like, wait a minute, like things are looking good for me, or this direction's looking good for me. Some of you guys are getting delayed news as well in regards to something that had your interest, or in regards to an opportunity or something that you were curious about It could be a person, it could be a job offer, something of that nature. But you're very rigid in approaching this opportunity, potentially because you don't really feel in your power this week. Okay, it's almost like you're aware of what's not serving you now. You're aware of, you know, certain situations that just may be superficial, relationships that are just fake, businesses, collaborations, things that are just fake to you, things that just don't connect with you. It's like you're aware of something here that just doesn't connect with you, even if that was just you, yourself, and an old way of being. And I feel like but I feel like it's in regards to a person, just because you have the Six of Wands in reverse. So there's someone that is humiliated or feeling, you know, like they have to swallow their pride a little bit, or they're being forced to swallow their pride because you're starting to question, I don't know if I want to invest into this any further. I don't know if I want to finish this with you. I don't know if I want to follow through with this with you. And you may be kind of looking in another direction, but yet with this Emperor in reverse, there may be still things that feel out of your control. So you're quite rigid in this approach to free yourself from whatever is making you feel you know, embarrassed. Like there could be literally a situation that's embarrassing to you because it's fake, or there could be a situation that just doesn't align with you. And you may be, you know, rigid in your approach to kind of disconnect from whatever that is, but you seem to be doing your due diligence, I guess you could say, in regards to what's in your control in the meantime. And what's this Page of Swords? Because I feel like whatever this is kind of Sun in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse, Chariot in reverse. Well, I feel like you're learning about something, Virgo, that kind of makes you sad, or it kind of makes you down about something. It's kind of like that energy where you're disappointed, or something kind of steals your optimism when it comes to a certain path. But I don't really see you immediately taking action or being hasty about it, because there still is energy of lacking direction as to what's next. So that could be why you're not immediately taking control. Because some of you guys are receiving news. If it's from a person, you may almost feel like this person is quite conceited, or has superficial values, or you may be noticing or just seeing it, even if they're not directly communicating with you. Or if it's a business, you may kind of be learning about something that makes you kind of sad, that makes you frustrated, that makes you feel, you know, that's triggering to you. And it's like you may feel like you're, you know, forcing yourself to partake. For those of you that feel forced to partake in it, if it's a business or a relationship or an association or whatever it may be, if you feel forced to kind of partake into something, I feel like it's only because you feel like something's out of your control, whether there's contracts, agreements, or whether you feel like you need to learn more. Some of you guys are just waiting to kind of learn more about something, but I do feel like you may be hearing news that kind of makes you sad or down. Because it's causing you to it may be making you feel sad or down, because there's something here that you just don't feel, you feel like you have no control over. Okay. And I feel like there's an energy to kind of learn more about something, learn more about a new beginning even. Okay. For those of you that are kind of let down about something from your past, or someone from your past, for those of you that were dealing with a lover in particular, you may feel like they are very conceited or arrogant. And that kind of makes you feel down as well. But I feel like whatever this new news is, or whatever this is that you're learning, yes, you're desiring to be smart and use your head, like not be impulsive, not react to it impulsively, but it is kind of causing you to be very motivated to take control and make things make things light, but make things right on a personal level. Because you're inspired here to disconnect. Some of you, it's just in regards to a friend, okay, or some type of social circle. or community or something like that. But you could be very motivated or inspired to disconnect from something that you just feel like brings in a lot of unnecessary drama or just negativity or just, you know, bullshit. Okay. You could also be learning about rumors, which kind of makes you sad as well. And it kind of causes you to want to free yourself from something that you feel like you were manipulated in a certain situation. But this kind of feels, Virgo, like you're noticing something. It makes you sad or brings you down. And I feel like your response to it is kind of putting someone in their place. Even if you're not directly communicating to them, your response to it is kind of humiliating someone or kind of bursting someone's ego. Because someone could feel humiliated. Okay, and that's why I say you may be dealing with a Leo, because Leo was on the other side of that spectrum to a little bit. Okay, not completely, but they had that energy show up. So, but right now this week, Virgo, you are feeling quite powerless. You're using your head when it comes to something that is making you sad or triggering you or making you want to run. Like you may feel like put in, that's the best way I can explain it. You feel put in a space where it's like fight or flight. Okay, and you may be not really doing anything. Actually, there's a book called Bulletproof, and it's a really great book just for understanding the mind and whatnot. But she talks about fight, flight, or freeze, which I feel like you're freezing right now, right? So yeah, I feel like you're in a space where you're not really doing anything. You're just trying to use your head. You feel like there's certain things you don't have control over. What's this Emperor? Give me one more on the Emperor. Emperor in reverse with the Strength in reverse. We have the strength in reverse, Death in reverse, Five of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You guys are mad at someone here. You're mad at someone's... I feel like you're triggered by a lack of change in a certain direction. You may feel like someone is always trying to start shit with you. You may feel like there's always unnecessary drama. You also may feel like if it's a friend, for example, you may feel like there's always someone that's you may feel like this person is trying to compete with you all the time or something like that. Like something is causing you to not trust someone's motives here with you. If it's a partner, something is triggering you where you feel like this person is not loyal or they're not in full support. And when I say loyal, I mean, just look up the definition of loyalty. Loyalty is your full support. So you can be loyal in how we perceive it, but still be not loyal in the way that all you do is sit around and do fuck all. You know what I'm saying? How is that loyalty? And it could be something like that. And it's like your person or whoever you're dealing with, again, there could be some type of argument or disagreement, egos clash surrounding what is worth, surrounding loyalty or surrounding like you feel like something is not changing. Like even if it's like a friend or a family member, you feel like you keep getting in the same fights or the same issue, or even if it's a work situation, you feel like you keep coming up with the same issue. And it's like you're starting to realize that things are not getting better. And I feel like you're putting in a lot of energy into kind of reevaluating with us Seven of Pentacles and seeing what's really worth your investments in the long run. Okay, maybe it doesn't suit this immediate temporary pleasure, you know, or whatever it may be, or someone else's. Maybe it doesn't suit someone else's pleasure. Okay, but you are kind of taking a look this week of what's really worth your energy and time and investments in the long run. Because some of you feel like someone's just, you know, taking advantage of a situation or took advantage of a situation. Because with that Page of Swords, there's something here that's delayed or you're just finding out about. Okay? And you could be putting someone in their place this week, or there's a desire to. But with this Page of Swords, you may feel the need to kind of hold back and use your head. Okay? And if you feel stuck in a situation, you may feel the need to kind of wait on communicating something. Okay? Yeah, it kind of feels like you're... That's what it feels like. Now it's kind of... It feels like you're just finding out about someone that took advantage of their power or took advantage of something. But whatever it is, it makes you sad. We do have exhaustion. Okay. We do have moment to moment compromise. What's this compromise? Page of Cups in reverse. So some of you guys this week may feel like you're just living moment to moment, day by day. You may be feeling quite exhausted. You may feel like you're forcing something right now. And with this compromise, you may feel the need to kind of swallow your pride a little bit, just because you may feel like you're dealing with someone that's very immature, or there's no point in opening up to someone specifically because you just may feel like they're very vindictive or spiteful, or you feel like they turn every honest conversation into a fight or a poor me song, something like that. So you may feel the need to compromise temporarily. And again, it may feel like you're kind of going moment to moment, kind of I don't know. It almost feels like you feel somewhat obligated to something. We do have maturity. Could just be a matter of maturity, feeling obligated to something, feeling the need to compromise or just kind of agree to disagree is kind of what this looks like. I mean, these two people, they're touching pinkies, okay, and they're looking at each other, but they don't look too impressed, okay? They don't look too lovey-dovey. They don't look like they really want to be on the same team. It's kind of like when I make my kids like sit too close to each other and they don't want to be next to each other at all. It's like these two people do not, it's like there is some type of disagreement here, okay? So again, you may feel like you need to compromise temporarily, but again, with that Page of Swords and then the Ace of Wands that was under it, it's like you may, whatever this news is kind of motivating you to put your energy into something else. And even if it's not that dramatic, you are kind of motivated to separate yourself or stand up to someone surrounding delayed news about something. Okay, or just if you did just find out this news, or if it's not delayed news, it's just you using your head surrounding someone that you're dealing with that would take advantage of their power or kind of just be an ass. You know what I mean? Just because you stood up to them. You know what I mean? So you could be dealing with a Leo. We have Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, and Leo. Strong Leo energy. A lot of you guys are dealing with a Leo. Okay? It doesn't have to be. It could be Scorpio, Aries, Cancer, Leo. All right, so I'm going to take my 2-minute break, guys, as per usual. I just got to check out there right quick, see what's going on there, and then I'm going to have my smoke with you guys. Fuck the raccoons, man. I don't know that. I don't know. All right. I know last night the raccoons were on my deck and they wasn't even scared. I went out and the one took off and the other one just stood there making his they make these noises and it's almost like he's trying to intimidate me. Like the fuck? I can't with raccoons. They freak me out. Raccoons can be violent. Okay, true story. When I was a kid, my father thought it was a fantastic idea to bring these baby raccoons that he found in the woods back to our house. And I remember he ended up bathing them. They didn't like that, obviously. And then we kept them. We might have had them for like a night until he realized they were crazy. Obviously, my dad was not aware that raccoons are like crazy, but they are vicious. On top of that, there's a good chance, not 100%, that they have rabies. But yeah, my dad attempted to keep raccoons as pets. God only knows why. I mean, they were cute and I was little, so I didn't really know. And I was like, yay. I thought it was a great idea. I don't remember the full story as to why. I don't remember if there was something wrong with the mom or what. But those little bastards can be vicious. I don't remember having a raccoon problem as bad. Like, I feel like they're just getting more and more comfortable every year. Because lately it's just, they're always out there, especially on my deck. Like, it's annoying. But the one last night when I was trying to get him off the deck, he just looked at me like he made this weird fucking noise. Like he was trying to scare me. I was like, okay, because his little buddy took off, but he didn't want to take off. And he did scare me, by the way. I did go back in the house. I'm like, fine, you know, I'll wait. Oh my God. See if other guys still available. Turn him down due to this guy. Only had 3 legs. But it's not about the pain, Rachel. It's not about the pain. It's about what it's teaching you. Because none of us are perfect, and we're here to grow, and it sucks fucking out the ass. But it's what it's teaching you, your vulnerability points, your blind spots, your weaknesses, but also about certain energy situations and how those play out. So it sucks. And there is some things that are just hard to rationalize, but God doesn't give you more than you can handle. I have 3 snakes in my, oh my God, snakes. I can't with them. I'm not a snake person. I actually did hold a big ass snake, like probably like 10 years ago. I would have been like 18 because I was helping my dad's girlfriend. She's a teacher. And they went to, what's it called? Drummond's? I don't know, some dinosaur park in Alberta. And anyways, we went for the weekend. And I had the opportunity to hold this big ass snake. And I was scared shitless. But I seen all these, it was a grade 4 class that I helped out with. And I seen all these grade 4s go up and hold it. So of course I'm like, well, I got to hold it now. But that's the only time I've ever willingly held a snake. I only did it because it was a very safe snake, apparently. But I don't do snakes. Honestly, any reptiles. I'm just not an animal person. I'll just be real. I like cats, dogs. That's great, but I really just like cats. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I have 3 possums as adopted pets. They showed up and never left. I do like animals. I just wouldn't go mess around with them. You know what I mean? Like when I was living in Alberta, I was living in northern Alberta. I was 3 hours north of Edmonton. And I lived there for about 5 years. But shortly after I had my oldest son, I remember I was out on the deck. And it probably was around 1 in the morning, midnight. And where we lived, northern lights was like a regular thing. Like seeing the northern lights was like no big deal. Like down here on the East Coast, you don't really see it hardly ever, but out west you see the northern lights so all the time. And that night it was very bright. It was beautiful. It was in the wintertime. But this one wolf specifically, and he was by himself too, walked by me, and we lived right off the highway, whereas like there was woods right across the highway. And he walked right by me, and he just stood there and looked at me. And I remember I had my smoke, and I remember just dropping my smoke and walking right back in the house. But it was a really beautiful experience in hindsight. But in the moment, I was like, I know, I'm not going to mess with you, buddy. I'm not going to mess with you. But wolves are really, really, really pretty. And it just looks so pretty because it was the middle of winter. The northern lights were on, right? Like it's a light switch. But yeah, northern Alberta, they were always going. But yeah, that one wolf, I just dropped my cigarette Go back. Don't mess around. I'm not taking pictures, nothing. But I like horses. I think I could have a horse. I like horses. But there's not too many animals I'd like to keep. Like, I'll say that. I'll respect their space, you know what I'm saying? I have an older brother who's 5 years older than me, and when I was a kid, he used to always scare me with snakes, like grass snakes. He used to bring them in the house. And snakes were just his thing for like a couple years, to the point that he even got banned off one of the school buses because he scared the bus driver with. What the fuck is going on? What was that? You guys heard that? He scared the bus driver with a snake. I have no idea. There's nothing out there. All right. We are moving on to Libra. Seriously, it sounded like something was like just banged, and then earlier I'm sure I heard the door like a bang on it. I don't always do videos over here, so I'm kind of used to the sounds, and that doesn't happen. It's probably just teenagers. I don't know. I don't know, but there's not even teenagers out there, so I don't get it. You heard it. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Anyways, Libra. Can these be for moon and rising? Absolutely. Absolutely. What I like to do sometimes is if there's like a specific house I'm interested in, like say if you're interested in your current relationship, look at your 7th house. If you're interested more in a shadow work aspect, look at your moon. If you're interested in new love or new passions or whatnot, look at what you have in your 5th house, right? If you're looking at energy you're moving into, look at your rising. If you're looking at work associations, look at your 11th house, right? If you're looking at subconscious shit, dream space, potentials for following your dreams, things like that, look at your 12th house. You know, that's what I kind of like to do. If like there's a certain house that's really bugging me or I want to know more, then I'll look at, like I have Libra, for example, in my house of relationships. So I'll look at Libra if I'm wanting to know about relationships or so on and so forth. That's what I do. So thank you, multilingual mind. I appreciate that. All right, what can Libra expect this week? Did you see an orb? Well, that's exciting. I much rather orbs and not shits than humans. I'm not gonna lie. I would find that exciting. All right, what do we have for Libra? What can Libra expect this week? 3 shuffles. Overall energy for you this week, Libra, we do have the 4 of Cups and the 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. You may feel, you may be feeling kind of bored of your current responsibilities, but you're also in a space of standing your ground and embracing a lot of willpower, and you seem to have a lot of will to fight this week, Libra, like not physically, but you seem to have a lot of will to kind of ignore distractions and focus on what needs your attention. It may feel, again, sometimes boring. It may feel like you're missing opportunities. It may feel like you're pushing opportunities away. Moon in reverse, King of Wands in reverse, and the Hierophant. So you seem to have overcome some type of transition. The Moon in reverse can often be just a lot, okay? Especially with the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. The Moon in reverse can just be just an overwhelming amount of disillusion type of energy. Seeing things so clearly. Sorry, I hear things again. Fuck, it's fucking irritating the shit out of me. I need to put some baby monitors over there, man. Right quick. I'm joking. That would be a good idea, though. Anyway, sorry, Libra. It's like you're in a space of feeling like you're going through a really overwhelming transition where there's just a lot. There's a lot to acknowledge. You're coming out of illusion in regards to a lot of connections in your life, in regards to certain things that maybe have been distracting you. There's a lot of shadow work happening as well. So you may be kind of recognizing even your own behaviors this week that wasn't serving you. You may be recognizing personal traps that you put yourself in the past, from getting lost in the sauce, from fear, from anxiety, from whatever it may be. And with that King of Wands in reverse, Hierophant, it's like you may be kind of feeling a little bit tired this week or exhausted, feeling not your best self, maybe feeling behind on a lot of things, feeling like, okay, when is this workload going to end? When is this personal work going to end? Because for a lot of you, this is shadow work. And the good thing is whatever this is that you're recognizing, you're taking accountability for, okay? You guys are taking accountability. You could be taking accountability for a new job, or there's some type of new workload, but I feel like for the most part, you guys are just overcoming a lot of personal adversities and stresses and things that just made you feel not in the best space. Okay. But I like this. I like this for you. It's like you're being very wise. You are the Hierophant. It's like you're very much aware, okay? Your inner compass is on point. Let's just put it that way. You're aware of what's good for you, what's not good for you. And this is a very point blank reading for you tonight, Libra, but a lot of your energy this week is going to be put into your shadow work, things that you've just recognized about yourself, how you've kind of put yourself into situations that may not have been what it was, how you may have even, held yourself back from giving up too easily, or again, you may have acknowledged just personal shit that was holding you back. And I feel like this week you're very much focused. The 4 of Cups can be someone that is focused on the more mundane things in life, and he can tend to get bored. He may feel like there's people in his space that are trying to tug him along. Like he may feel sometimes like there's people in his home, in his family, in his friend circle or community that is kind of focusing on the negatives or picking them apart. And you may feel like there's certain people that are just, they don't understand why you can't go out this weekend. They don't understand why you can't do this or can't do that. And you may feel like people are almost, focused up on the negatives about some type of personal effort that you're putting in to conquer, to conquer some type of phase that you want to get out of. Okay, let's just put it that way. And you maybe, I don't know, clarify this King of Wands in reverse, the 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups in reverse, 9 of Pentacles, High Priestess in reverse. Honestly, Libra, I feel like a lot of you guys have a lover or someone that's distracting you. I feel like you may even end up lashing out at this person or getting mad at this person or becoming frustrated with someone that may be very greedy, or they may be very possessive. They may be trying to, pull you off some type of course or pull you off some type of track here. Okay. And I feel like with that High Priestess in reverse there, you may even from time to time question whether this is worth it or whether you're doing the right thing. There could also be sexual tension as well. So deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the High Priestess in reverse is like you may be in a space where there's some sexual tension or there's some tension in general that you may need to figure out a healthy way to release that. Okay. Because yeah, I do feel like there could be someone here trying to get more out of you, maybe kind of putting on you that you're being greedy or that you're whatever it may be. And I feel like you're becoming frustrated with this energy. There may be even temptation to be distracted or let yourself get off course because again, this sexual tension. Okay. So some of you guys just may need to kind of work things out with your sacral and kind of use that magic. It's magic. Okay. Use it. Okay. Anyways, getting off that. But yeah, I feel like for those of you in a relationship or a marriage, I feel like you may be a little bit frustrated this week because you feel like your partner is, just not understanding why you're ignoring them or why you're being so distant or why you're being so separate. Okay. They may perceive you to be someone that doesn't need anybody, and that bugs this person. Even if you're not in a relationship, this person definitely perceives you to be in a space right now where you don't want them, where you don't need them. So it's kind of creating them to kind of go out of their way to kind of trigger you, potentially not even in the best ways, because they want to see more vulnerability from you. Okay. But I feel like you're doing a really good job ignoring distractions this week. And what's this moon in reverse? Page of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you guys are planning to just be more responsible moving forward. Also, be less impulsive, potentially, maybe be more cautious when it comes to what you invest your energy into. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, you could be making a workout regime or a workout plan. You could be just setting some type of structure or plan or regime into, your daily life to be able to kind of overcome certain aspects of yourself that may have been holding you back or keeping you trapped in certain cycles. But you guys seem to be very optimistic about just being more cautious in regards to what you invest your energy and time into, even if that's just personal behaviors. You may recognize the days that you are home more or home all the time, or the days that you're playing video games or doing whatever you do, those days aren't as productive. Okay, so it could be the acknowledgement of that. And you may be recognizing, okay, because they say, like, when I attempted many times to quit smoking, my doctor told me, well, to quit coffee too, because coffee is a trigger for smoking apparently. Okay, which there's probably some truth into that, but that was like an absolute no, I'm not quitting coffee. But it's like there may be certain behaviors that you do, okay, that become the seed for other behaviors, and that's just life. That's like all of us. It's like there's certain things that we do that trigger other actions that may not be in the best self. So try to find the root of things that may not be serving you and kind of detach from that. And do things differently. And again, I feel like you're feeling quite optimistic in that plan to do so by being more cautious, by being more responsible, by creating, you may be having like a whiteboard moment where you're reevaluating and reestablishing your personal goals as well with that Knight of Pentacles. And you may be in a space of not really wanting to seize new opportunities right now because you feel like you need to get on top of what's already dragging you down. And with that Hierophant, you're doing a really good job this week using your own awareness, being wise. And again, if there is a lover in the picture, especially if it's a Pisces, Taurus, or Cancer, you may become a little bit frustrated with that person this week because you may feel like they're pushing you in a non-productive space, or they're trying to like get you off track of your goals, and that just may irritate you this week. Okay. And you may end up lashing out at them. Some of you may not, some of you may. Okay. I do feel like you're going to end up just trying to be the bigger person and just kind of, distance yourself, but it does seem to be bothering someone. but you're being very strategic, and you're quite optimistic and hopeful because you see yourself and you see your vision for the future in a different way, in a more practical way, in a way of like, okay, I can make this happen. You know what I mean? I just need to do this, that, and the third. And even if it feels like overwhelming, you're doing it. And you are setting solid boundaries too with the Nine of Wands to make that happen and to protect what's rightfully yours. It may feel like you're pushed in a corner this week a little bit by people that just don't understand, but you're doing it, okay? So I like it for you. But yeah, it could be a Taurus that you're dealing with. Could also be a Pisces or a Cancer. Some of you are restructuring your own value system and your own priorities and whatnot, so you can, fulfill your dreams as well with second house, 12th house energy. Okay, and again, there's a lot of shadow work happening for you this week. But again, you may be a little bit bored. I'm not going to lie. Things may feel a little bit boring this week, but I feel like you're up for it because you're seeing the bigger picture. Okay. Give me an oracle for Libra. We have the We Are the World card. So you may be kind of seeing things, like I said, on a bigger perspective. I was actually thinking about this earlier today, just with myself, and just I don't know how to open that conversation with you, but it's like you may be kind of, again, recognizing. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I don't know how to say it in like short form. Anyways, moving on. It's like I do feel like you are coming to the end of the road of a certain situation, but you may also be recognizing certain behaviors and traits of yourself that you may need to embrace to create your vision, right? The palm, or the world, is in the palm of your hand. It's kind of like that. Like the world, we create energy, we create magic, we create power with versions of ourselves that we have complete access to. Okay, and a lot of people oppress themselves and they depress themselves because they restrict themselves to one version, to one, that's it. You know what I mean? And you may be kind of embracing new traits or becoming aware of traits or versions of yourself that you may need to emphasize and expand on, or you may need to kind of put in timeouts, okay? And you may be kind of working together as a team just within your own realms and realities and powers to kind of make something happen. We do have aloneness, spending a lot of time alone, moment to moment, an adventure, being a rebel. Yeah, I feel like you guys are rebelling against an old way of being, old patterns, old connections, taking things day by day. Again, kind of reestablishing your game plan, like taking a look at the whiteboard, taking a look at what it is that's truly important to you, and kind of just seeing what's within yourself that you really need to emphasize and expand on, and seeing what's really not good for you. That could be just all within, or that could be external factors, or both, whatever it may be. It usually goes hand in hand, but I feel like you're just kind of going moment to moment. Addressing, this guy's walking on stepping stones, addressing each stepping stone as they come. It's like you're ready for something new. You're ready for a new experience. You're kind of like rebelling against old ways of doing things or the conventional. But this kind of feels like you're enjoying being alone. It's like shadow work, yes, but you're being productive about it. You're not sulking about it. So you may get bored from time to time, but you're not sulking about it. So you could be doing, yeah, we have Taurus, Pisces, and Cancer. Scorpio. What can Scorpio expect this week? 2 more. What can Scorpio expect this week? Three shuffles. Oh my God. Let's see. Overall energy for you, 8 of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles right under that. I like that. I like that. Things are starting to move pretty quickly for you, Scorpio. Some of you guys are literally moving. You're traveling. A lot of you guys, Scorpio, a lot of you guys, someone specifically ruined the reputation with you because of infidelity, okay, or secrets that came to the surface. Okay, what's this moon in reverse? The King of Wands. Some of you guys are dealing with a fire sign that had divided loyalties, potentially. Now, if that's not your thing, Scorpio, a lot of you guys are in a space of, you know, again, if you're not dealing with, again, don't be saying, Rose said, y'all cheating. It doesn't work like that, okay? If it's not it, it's not it. This is something that it's going to be very clear, okay? So if it's like not clear, don't. Anyways, moon in reverse, King of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. Some of you guys have a lot of subsiding anxiety. Your anxiety is subsiding surrounding making some type of change. And things are happening really quickly for you this week, Scorpio. It could, again, be a new work opportunity. It could be an opportunity to disconnect from something, a partner, a workship, whatever it may be, to focus on yourself. A lot of you guys are, some of you guys are receiving an opportunity that's motivating you to disconnect from something. Okay, some of you guys are literally just becoming single, okay, or you're becoming separate from coworkers or situations that just don't respect you, that don't align with you. There's just constant misunderstandings, not really seeing eye to eye. Temperance in reverse. It's like you're losing your patience with a situation this week, Scorpio. Definitely seizing new opportunities. You're not in the mood to talk about it. You're not in the mood to allow someone to pick you apart in the walk away, okay? Walk away. It's like that walk away song. It's like you're walking away from something, distancing yourself from something, potentially from someone that's just being petty, or even potentially someone that does have a lot of regrets, yes, but you are choosing to indulge in your own path. And again, some of you are literally traveling or moving or going abroad. Some of you as well, some of you guys are receiving communication as well surrounding a new job, surrounding a new work opportunity, and it allows things to happen really quickly. It also may cause you to, if you did have a lot of anxiety surrounding the unknown, surrounding, okay, well, I'm bored of my job, or I don't feel qualified to do this. You may have subsiding anxieties surrounding not being qualified and not enjoying what you do, because there's something here that's inspiring you or causing you to want to support some type of change or drastic shift that happens really quickly. And again, we have 2 cards of travel here, so there could definitely be travel. And with this King of Cups, it's inspiring you, okay? There's a lot of fulfillment, and it's like there's something here that's a muse for you. What's with that energy? The Queen of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. Some of you are being supported by someone that understands you. This does not have to be an intimate thing, guys, okay? But there's definitely someone here that understands you, that connects with you, that there seems to be a lot of mutual respect between the 2 of you. You could work with this person, or there's someone here that is, you know, learning about you in the workplace, or learning about some type of attribute that you bring to the table. And it's like there's someone here that really respects you, admires you. There's definitely a deep rooted connection here, where there's just that alignment, that underlying understanding that you have between you and someone else. And it does have you quite rambunctious. No, it does have you quite ambitious to take initiative and, you know, be innovative when it comes to what's really possible for you. And again, you may feel like someone is supporting you to kind of learn something new. You may feel as well like you have someone in the workplace that is allowing you to kind of come into their space, that is allowing you to work with them or work with their team. And that's exciting you. And it's kind of fueling you a little bit, because especially if you're in a place where you feel underqualified, where you feel like, okay, you may feel like you have imposter syndrome too, to some extent. This support that you're receiving is kind of fueling you and exciting you and, giving you that push of energy to kind of go for it. Because again, I feel like we have the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. I feel like not only are you in connection with yourself, but you seem to be in connection with a group of people. There could be a job or an opportunity that does potentially require travel, but you seem to be up for it. You seem to be in a space of willing to make some type of adjustment when it comes to your work, when it comes to how you make money, when it comes to what you're willing to change in your reality as well. And you seem to be taking control here. Okay. So for a lot of you, like I said, when it comes to there may be secrets revealed about this fire sign in regards to divided loyalties or something like that. That doesn't have to be a lover. Maybe you were dealing with a company even that they had just weak ass authority, weak ass bosses, or people that just never recognized you, people that never really showed up for you in the way that, it made sense to stay at that job. You could be in a space where you're kind of having subsiding anxiety when it comes to making some type of change in regards to taking the lead in your life. And again, you seem to be receiving support from a coworker, or at least if there is love, okay, it's kind of something that is being encouraged, or it's kind of something that's just starting as a work situation, a partnership, a collaboration. And it's exciting you. I feel like you're ready for it. We do have a new moon in Cancer coming up. So you could have, check where you have Cancer at in your placements, because that could have a lot to do with this reading, okay? Because there could be a lot of secrets or things revealed it's kind of like a bittersweet. So yeah, you may have to walk away from a job to pursue something else, or you may have to walk away. Some of you, I'm just going to say it too, some of you are walking away from someone that was just really stubborn in love matters. Maybe they were always competing with you. There was always this like dominant energy, or there was just this energy where you started to question why you were even there or waiting on them. Some of you guys have something that is more in alignment with you when it comes to love. And again, it could be starting in the workplace, but it's exciting you. And it's kind of like waking you up. It's like you're coming out of like a sad song and moving into this like, I love life again. Like it's a very solid transition. It's a very exciting transition, whatever this is. So like I said, even if there is secrets that come to the surface about someone or something, it doesn't seem to be phasing you, because you're like, oh my God, like you seem to be supported on a very deep level in another job. I don't know, maybe a job fires you, and then another company's like, that, what the fuck? Like, we'll take you, like, come on. You know what I mean? It's like that type of energy, because you don't seem to be phased by whatever this, transition is, okay? You're excited. Excitement. There's a lot of exciting things happening really quickly. Because a lot of you guys are ending a job situation that was just not exciting you. It's like you're bored of it. And there's a lot being illuminated here, likely around the new moon. Some of you guys are excited because you may have questioned whether you ruined your reputation with someone in the workplace, and you're starting to realize someone does support you. Or you're realizing you've gained the support of someone that is quite important to you, or holds a lot of like authority in something that you do. Okay. Let's see. Give me an oracle for Scorpio. We do have letting go. This is the ripple effect. So a lot of you guys are letting go of something. It could be creating a ripple effect, or I don't know. Let's see. The creator. We have conditioning. So a lot of you guys are being trained, or a lot of you guys are maybe doing an apprenticeship, or you're kind of working under someone, and it's something that it doesn't feel degrading. It's something that you're quite excited about. A lot of you guys maybe kind of training for something, or you're being trained. Beyond illusion. Those are very similar cards that Aries got. Some of you guys are working with an Aries. We have exhausted and then a breakthrough. So again, a lot of you guys are coming to a breaking point, but it's also coming with, it kind of reminds me of like, you know, a tower moment. I mean, I don't like to bring up the tower moment, but there's some type of exhausting, defeating type of experience that you may be going through, but it is coming with some type of major breakthrough. Some of you guys are being mentored, or you're receiving the support, or it's like you're stepping into your power here. It's like there's a lot of shit being cleared within your solar plexus because you are letting go of a lot of shit, and you may be kind of conditioning yourself to think broader, think bigger, or again, you could be receiving a lot of clarity surrounding an opportunity that may connect with you on a deeper level. Honestly, this kind of feels like one of those changes that even though it's exciting, even though you have a lot of energy supporting you, even though you're fueled and probably running off adrenaline, it kind of feels like one of those changes that, yes, is exhausting, but it's also exciting. Okay, so this may be a change that is quite exhausting, mentally or physically or whatever it may be, but it does come with a massive breakthrough and massive change. And with that Eight of Wands, things are going to start taking shape really quickly. Okay. So I like it. All right. So Sagittarius. Thank you, left flat foot, for that feedback. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. What do we have for Sagittarius? What can Sagittarius expect this week? One more. Death, World card. What can Sagittarius expect this week? 3 shuffles. Overall energy for you, Sagittarius, 6 of Swords, and the Empress in reverse right under that, 9 of Cups. You definitely seem to be distancing yourself from something that is draining you, to focus on yourself. Look at that. I like that. So you're in a space where you're quite emotionally independent. You're feeling confident in distancing yourself. Some of you guys are just distancing yourself from an overbearing mother figure, or just someone that's very overbearing in your life. You may feel the need to kind of embrace willpower. 10 of Swords in reverse, Tower in reverse, 9 of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're just lacking the will to fight for something. And whatever this is, whether it's a new business, the Empress can talk about new businesses, you know, relations with, you know, parental people as well, whether it's your parents or someone you have children with. It can talk about businesses, you know, things that you may have been trying to rebirth, or maybe there's someone that's trying to rebirth something with you. Whatever this is, you're starting to realize it's not growing. If it's a business, it's like you're realizing something is not growing, and you're trying to distance yourself from that. You may be in a space of like, you know, I feel like you're honestly in a space where you're just avoiding disaster. Okay. So if it's a person, you may feel like communicating with this person could potentially cause a disaster, or just cause more drama than it needs to be. So you're just kind of putting it out of sight, out of mind, focusing on yourself, feeling the need to bite your tongue. I do feel with that Strength card, you do have if it's a person, you do have compassion for this person, but it's like, take no shit, do no harm. Okay. It's like you're in a space where, yes, you do have compassion for this person. You may have a lot of respect for this person, but you're also in a space where you're considering yourself and what's good for you, or what potentially you need to do to kind of avoid a disaster. And I don't really feel like you have the will to fight for something. And if this is a business Sagittarius, you're just recognizing that something isn't going the way you had hoped. And it's kind of like leaving before things get too bad. You know what I mean? Or switching something up or doing something differently before things get too bad. Okay. What's the Ten of Swords in reverse? King of Wands in reverse. And the Hierophant. Yeah, I feel like there may be something that, you know, you feel like you need to rise above, whether you feel like that you need to rise above the haters, rise above, you know, if there's a person that you're dealing with, you may feel like, yes, it's triggering you, but you may feel like you need to be the bigger person and be wise and use your awareness accordingly to kind of take a step back and, you know, be mature about the situation. Okay. But yeah, if there is a person that you're dealing with, especially if it's a mother or someone that is just very overbearing, you know, even if it's a male, it doesn't have to be a woman necessarily, but it's like you may feel like you're dealing with a very overbearing energy if you're dealing with a specific person, and it may be irritating you, and you may feel the need to kind of take a step back to avoid, you know, poking the bear even further or triggering this person. Or if it's a lover, you don't want to lead them on. It's that type of energy. And I feel like you're kind of, you know, just not really in a space where you want to defend yourself to this person, but you're not in a space where you even want to fight for the situation or lead them on, for example. Okay. And if this is a business Sagittarius or something that maybe you have attempted, even if it's some type of personal goal, I feel like you're starting to realize something is not growing or something is not working. And you're just kind of making a shift, making a transition really slickly. Okay. Really slickly, like nothing ever happened. I kind of like that transition style. It's like you're doing something really slick, okay? Making a change, not really worried about what people are going to say about it, not even feeling the need to defend yourself. And honestly, if it's a business or something, why do you need to defend yourself? So some of you guys are making changes, or you're consistently making changes, trying to make improvements here on something, and you're making some type of transition very slick, okay? You're being slick in some type of transition. And it seemed to be allowing you to kind of dodge a bullet a little bit. Okay. Just give me one more on the Tower in reverse. What did the Ten of Cups in reverse? Page of Swords. Well, there does seem to be, for those of you that were dealing with a person, you may just be seeing the situation as just dysfunctional, and you're in a space where you feel like you need to use your head. You know what I mean? The Page of Swords is not someone that's necessarily always honest. He just speaks from a place of using his head based off the reality he's dealing with. So even if it was a relationship or the potential of, you may be seeing like, okay, this is just too much. You know what I mean? Or this is just, or you're seeing someone as uncommittal, or you're seeing someone as unfulfilled, or you're seeing someone as just being overbearing because they don't feel how they want to feel, or whatever it may be. It's like you're in a space where you may not really be being honest, but if you are communicating, you're using your head. Okay, the Page of Swords can be very witty, can be very, you know, say things, but it doesn't really come from the heart or the soul, you know what I mean? Or even from a place of good intentions. And I feel like you're coming from a place this week, Sagittarius, where you may not even have good intent. Like, I don't want to say that like that. Like you're coming from a place where there's a very solid, aloof energy where you're not really that deeply entangled, where you're letting yourself care too much. And you may be kind of trying to make some type of slick transition. And if it's a business, for example, you're in a space where you feel like you're not seeing the fruits of your labor. You feel like you're not fulfilled, and you're using your head when it comes to that. And honestly, you could be losing interest, or you're in a space where you're speaking, but you're coming from a place of, you know, not really taking something seriously, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. Two of Swords. It's like needing to make, look, see, you're in a space where you're needing to make a head over heart decision or a tough decision on something that is just too much, or it's just not growing. This could be like you met someone on Tinder, right? Because whatever this is, Sagittarius, I don't see you that invested. So I'm chuckling and stuff, but whatever this is, I don't really feel like you're that invested, or you're so overwhelmed with the lack of growth that you just don't care. you know, especially if it's a job or something. And I feel like you're in a position this week where you're kind of making a head over heart decision to not move forward with something. It could be even a partnership. You may be making a head over heart decision to not move forward with a partnership. If it was a potential, right? The Two of Wands in reverse is someone that can sometimes think like the grass is greener over there, and then gets a quick like wake up call in regards to, oh, it's not. And they may be left feeling hesitant and confused, but they're still in a place of like, no, I'm going to stay where I'm at. Thanks. You know, so if there was a new love interest, you may be in a space of like, no. And you may even feel like you dodged a bullet. Like, I'm glad I got that red flag before. You know what I mean? When I did, it's something like that, where I feel like you're kind of realizing that someone is just, maybe you're just realizing they're uncommittal, or they're whatever it is, or there's something here that you're realizing is not going to fulfill you, or it's not working the way you had hoped. And you're using your head and making a very slick transition. Sagittarius are great for that. Okay. It's FYI. They're great for that. So, thank you, small TV girl. I appreciate that. How's it going? Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. So, anyway, Sagittarius, I feel, I don't even know where else to take this. It's very point blank for you tonight. There's something here where you're just realizing it's not worth it. It's not, if it's a job, for example, it's like it's draining you more than it's paying you. Okay. If it's a lover or a potential, it's kind of more so what it feels like. It's like, no, like next. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. So, I don't really feel like you're not phased. You're not going too deep with it. And again, if you are making some type of transition or adjustment in the workplace, you're doing it very slickly, like in a way where you don't even leave room for people to talk shit. You know what I mean? It's like that. Thank you again, small TV girl. I appreciate that. All right. Give me an oracle here for Sagittarius. I mean, I feel like your guys' reading was really vague, but that's like all I get here, okay? Some of you, in regards to the workplace, you may be asked to kind of share knowledge on something, for example, or you may be asked to kind of step up or teach something, okay? And you may not really be in the mood. It's like, no thanks. You know what I mean? No, it's okay. Like, there's something here you're just not here for, like, but let's see. Give me an oracle for Sagittarius. We do have past lives. We do have intensity, healing, and maturing. So you just may have learned from something, or you're kind of willing to do something differently. Some of you guys, you know, you're just coming to a culminating point where you see what's worth your effort. You may be feeling, again, like you're dealing with past life or karmic shit. And you may have recognized the intensity that it brings into your life, and you're in a space where you want nothing to do with it. I mean, this guy's coming out for a lot of people tonight. So it's like you're in a space where you're not even wanting to look at it. You're not even wanting to partake in it. It's like you're trying to be really mature about a situation where you're just out of sight, out of mind. And oftentimes I look at the Six of Swords like that. It's like that out of sight, out of mind energy that really helps with transitions and whatnot. So yeah, there could be some intensity, past lives. I don't know what that's about. Seven of Cups. You could have been overwhelmed with a choice, or overwhelmed with confusion, overwhelmed with options even. Okay, and you may be in a space of just taking the most mature route in regards to what's best for you. So I like it. Okay, it's very slick, like smooth criminal, like Michael Jackson. Smooth. I love Michael Jackson, by the way. That's a good badass song. All right, so you could be dealing with Aries. We have Scorpio, Taurus. All right. And there you go. Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? What can Capricorn expect this week? What can Capricorn expect this week? 3 shuffles. Overall energy for you, Capricorn, 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords in reverse. This kind of feels like, you know, making friends with your enemy, or being really strategic when it comes to creating some type of solution. You may just feel like you need to be mature in a situation. Maybe ask for forgiveness, or kind of be open, or trying to see past. You may be trying to see past something here, okay, in order to kind of get around something. Okay, I do have my mic on. Sorry, I just realized that might have been bumping up against that. I don't know. Judgment in reverse. Page of Cups. So some of you guys, Capricorn, it seems to be like you're trying to give your support to something to come to some type of solution, whether it's a lover, whether it's a partner, or an associate, someone that maybe in the workplace. It's almost like you're trying to overlook, like, for example, some of you may have discovered some bullshit. The 5 of Swords in reverse can be someone that uncovers something, right? Something comes to the surface where they're just done. They're just defeated with the situation. And it's like you may be in a space of kind of overlooking something that you've recognized about someone, whether you just thought they were shady, or whether you just thought they were just manipulative, or whether there's something that came to the surface. You seem to be overlooking something here, but it's coming from a very strategic place. It's coming from a place of potentially trying to get away with something. I don't know, maybe someone done you dirty, but you done them dirty. It could be something like that. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. Even though there's still a lot of deep desire to support this person, or to give your energy to this person, you may feel like, again, what's the 7 of Swords? Because he's tripping me out. Okay, Ace of Swords in reverse. There's something you're not being honest about, or you're in a space where you're irritated with the lack of closure, or you're irritated with some of you guys are just in a, the 7 of Swords can talk about getting away with something, okay? I don't know, man. I'm not saying you're being shady liars this week, okay? We're all human, but it's like you're in a space where you are getting away with either misinformation, or you're getting away with something here that is not in alignment with your truth, okay? Okay, let's back it up. Back it up. Being underhanded. A lot of you guys, some of you guys are being strategic. Give me one more on that. The moon. The moon. There's some type of deception here, Capricorn. You guys are appearing to be someone that it's like you're not acknowledging something here. You're not acknowledging something because there is so much unknown. Some of you guys are giving the benefit of the doubt to someone, and you could be in self-denial about that. You may also feel like you've done them dirty. So, okay, you're kind of giving them, you know, a pass, I guess. It's like there's something here where you're giving someone a pass because you're confused. You could be a little bit irritated with this underhandedness between you and this person. How will Capricorn know who this person is? This is someone you work with, or this is someone that you're trying to work on your reputation with. Could be both. You could work with them, or trying to work on your reputation with them. This is someone that you see, you're going to perceive this to be someone that's a very hard worker, someone that's very driven, someone that's very motivated, someone that's very qualified in what they do. But yeah, I feel like some of you guys are trying to connect with someone or apologize. Some of you guys are trying to, maybe you made a false judgment on someone, because some of you guys are getting away with making a false judgment. Some of you guys, all right. Some of you guys have made a quick judgment on someone, or you're kind of putting yourself in this denial space where you're giving someone the benefit of the doubt. Because with that judgment in reverse, there's still something you're not seeing clearly. Things aren't what they appear to be. Okay, you may be poor logic. These are two cards of like poor logic. Some of you guys aren't using your head this week, Capricorn. Things aren't what they appear to be. Because I don't really feel like there's a whole lot changing in the dynamic. What's this Page of Cups? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Wands. Someone could be apologizing to you as well. Okay, so take the roles as you may, but there's definitely an apology. Someone's apologizing for being superficial, for maybe coming off as someone they wasn't, for maybe, you know, over exaggerating something here. Because whatever this is, you've been waiting on this. You've been waiting on this communication. You've been waiting on this honest conversation. Someone could be apologizing for you know, a lot of arguing surrounding resources, surrounding something that may or may not be fair between the two of you. That could be what it is too. That could be what it is too. Some of you guys, that's what it is. Because the Seven of Swords can also be feeling irritated. Some of you guys are irritated with misinformation that could have created a lot of illusion, facade in regards to someone's behavior. You may have uncovered something that irritated you. You may feel like someone justified something because of misinformation. But I feel, Capricorn, there's someone that is, I feel like someone is apologizing to you and you're kind of letting something slide. You may have recognized that someone is a little bit too much in their head. But you're also, again, I feel like you're irritated. I feel like you're irritated with a false perception. Like Six of Wands. No, see, I feel Capricorn, this is you not looking at something. You're not seeing something. The Moon to the Six of Wands, this could be someone that is reaching out or apologizing or something like that for pride or for attention or to receive some type of recognition, okay? Because there is something you've uncovered that you may be willing to overlook because you're willing to let something slide. There's something here you're willing to let slide. Okay, so, and you perceive this to be someone that is very qualified in what they do, maybe motivated to work on their reputation with you. I don't know, Capricorn. I feel like you're in denial with someone's true motives, is what this feels like. Because, yeah, things aren't what they appear to be here with someone. Someone is looking for attention, I feel. Someone wants attention. Someone wants recognition. Someone wants you to say, wow, good job. Wow. And let me tell you, Capricorn, you guys are tough eggs to crack, okay? So it wouldn't surprise me if you have someone that's like feeling unseen by you, because, yeah, you guys are solid. I know a lot of Capricorns. I have a lot of family that's Capricorns. You guys are solid as a rock. You know, it's like you never know what's going on in your mind. Yeah, someone is looking for support. Someone wants to be nurtured. Someone wants to be Capricorn. Someone is coming through. This kind of feels like someone in the workplace, in a business, in a new business, someone that's starting a new business and they want your recognition. They want your support. This definitely feels like someone that is coming in with this lighthearted energy, with this apology maybe, or this lighthearted communication to try to seduce you into something here. I would just be careful of giving this person too much energy. And I'm not saying you can't give them energy or support them, but sometimes anyway, because I feel like there's a part of you that's irritated by something here, but you're willing to overlook it because with that Five of Swords in reverse, you don't want the drama. You don't want the games. But I do feel like someone is looking for attention here, or someone is looking for you to support something they got going on. And do you know what? Maybe that can work. Maybe it can be a straight up business relationship where you all support one another. I don't know. I don't know. What are you? The Death in reverse with the Magician. Yeah, there seems to be like slow changes here happening with someone. I feel like you're willing to go with the flow. See, this is good because even if you're willing to overlook some things, Capricorn, I feel like you're also in a space of still using your head, not allowing this person to steal your power. You're in a space of like going with the flow. You get what you give, boo. You get respect where you get it, type of thing. I feel like you're in a space where, yeah, you're willing to go with the flow, but that's it, you know. But I do feel like someone is trying to show up for you, and I feel like it's gonna come in a space where, or they may be, for example, someone could be trying to give you public recognition themselves, or comment on a photo, or do something here that's quite public, in hopes to receive support, in hopes to receive something in return. So again, I'm not saying it's bad, but with that Ace of Swords in reverse, the Moon, and the Judgment in reverse, this is saying that you're not seeing something clearly. Okay. But I feel like you're going to be willing to give someone the benefit of the doubt. Judgment in reverse with the Eight of Wands. Six of Cups in reverse. There's someone that's trying to heal a negative past between the two of you. It may be happening really quickly. There's a lot of communication. There's a lot of emails, messages, things kind of coming out of nowhere in hopes to heal a negative history between the two of you. Honestly, Capricorn, I do feel like you're dealing with someone that has authentically changed, or they are authentically trying to take the higher road with you. They're trying to be more mature with you. I just feel like there's a lot you're fearing in regards to the situation, because you may feel like you're not seeing the situation clearly. And again, I feel like you're not, but I feel like you're not going to allow like the hidden to kind of impact you, or you're not allowing yourself to be stupid. Lord of mercy. This feels like someone in the workplace that's looking for attention or recognition or praise. They're trying to work on their reputation with you. I feel like you're irritated by this energy because of some type of negative past, which is likely why this person's being so lighthearted in their approach, Capricorn, in hopes to kind of move things forward with you. Weird reading. But yeah, you are going to perceive this person to be the Eight of Pentacles. So this is someone that is trying to create something with you, someone that may be trying to work on their reputation with you, someone that's in the workplace, something like that. A lot of you, Capricorn, you're going to recognize this lighthearted energy. You're almost going to recognize this person being tone deaf to something big, or tone deaf to an issue. And that's going to cause you to kind of move along. It kind of reminds me of Sage's energy, where it's like next. Like that energy, this like oblivious type of energy may cause you to just kind of move along. And even though you're willing to make changes here, because you feel like there's an immediate lack of change in this person's approach, you may not really give it that much energy. If anything, you may be irritated with it. But yeah, this definitely feels like someone in the workplace, or someone that's wanting support for a new business, or wanting attention for something that they perceive to be a success. Could be a Scorpio. We also have Virgo, Gemini, and Taurus, and Cancer and Pisces. We have the Mind, and in this card, oh, it's not. Do you know what? From the initial glance, I thought it was Band-Aids all over her head. Okay, but it's not. It's CDs replaying. But I feel like there's a lot of wounds you have within the mind in regards to this person that is making you overthink fucking everything. Do you ever have so many bad experiences with someone that you now overthink all interactions with them? It's like you may feel like this person is a mind fuck, and it's kind of confusing you. Okay, or irritating you. Just give me one more. Control, slowing down, morality. I really feel like everything this week, Capricorn, is going to come down to your character and who you are authentically are, and, you know, just staying to your true intentions and remaining in control. And I feel like there is a willingness. The thing is I feel like you do have a willingness to get on the same page with someone. The fact is you just don't trust them because of all these memories and wounds in the mind that now make you overthink the situation. Or maybe it has nothing to do with them. Maybe it's just wounds from past energies that have nothing to do with them. Because you seem to be, you know, desiring to remain in control, slowing down, not really putting too many expectations on it, but also, you know, staying true to you and your intentions and who you are. And it's like a fine line between letting someone fuck you over and staying truly who you are, because you can't play nice with people that don't have those intentions. It doesn't work like that. You have to just completely detach or expect to start playing those demon cards, because that's the only way. So that's why, you know, you have to, anyways, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but anywho, that's why you have to kind of sometimes have an honest conversation with yourself. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me that I'm dealing with this shit, that I'm involved with this shit? You know what I mean? Because, yeah, it's either you detach and separate yourself from the energy itself, or you play those demon cards right back. You know what I mean? I mean, you can be nice and get used and used and used, but eventually you'll become that same energy. Anyhow, moving on to Sagittarius, or who am I on? Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? 3 more. What can Aquarius expect this week? Man. 1 more. Three shuffles. What can Aquarius expect this week? Overall energy for you this week, Aquarius. Page of Pentacles in reverse, 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. There's definitely finances being a concern for you. 2 of Wands in reverse. Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is like bad news in earthly matters or something of that nature. There's something that maybe, the good news is we have the 2 of Pentacles, okay? So not all is lost. This is like there's still means to make adjustments, to make changes, to create positive impact and change, you know, while maintaining the balance. But it's like you may be in a space where, okay, you're recognizing some financial stress. You're a little set back by it, but you're not, you know, it's like you're not looking to run from it at the same problem. I got to pull the rest of the cards. Justice in reverse, Page of Cups, and the Hierophant in reverse. Some of you, for those of you going through a divorce, you may really need to like kumbaya yourself a million times a day, because it may feel like it's robbing the shit out of you. Okay, I just got to put that out there. Okay, the Hierophant in reverse and the Justice in reverse. So when they're together, that's like divorce. Or something that is just not working out in your favor. Okay. Knight of Swords in reverse, 8 of Cups in reverse. And if it's not a divorce, you may be dealing, it doesn't have to be a partner, but you may feel like you're dealing with someone, even if it's in a work situation, you may feel like you're dealing with someone that is causing you a lot of stress financially, in the 3rd dimensional reality. It's like you may feel like it's, you know, robbing you, or you may feel like it's like taking more than it's giving. And with that Knight of Swords in reverse, Strength in reverse, it's like you may be fearing being destructive with your communication. You're fearing being, you know, honest. Okay. You know, this kind of feels like intimidated a little bit too, having an inferiority complex, or just following someone's lead, hoping with the Eight of Cups in reverse, that this person kind of accepts their responsibility or accepts their responsibility. Like if it's a relationship, you may be just hoping that this person clues into the fact that, okay, I could use some help over here. You know what I mean? It's that type of energy. Or you're hoping that someone can overcome something that's triggering them, because you may feel like you're making up for their lost time or something like that. Because yeah, I feel like you're frustrated here with a situation that isn't really working out well for you when it comes to the bank, when it comes to like your money and resources, and feeling you know, reassured, especially if there's a relationship or something that just has a huge impact on your life. Okay. The Page of Pentacles in reverse can also be someone that learns from their failures. And with that Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, I feel like you're in a space that you're kind of recognizing how it started and how it accumulated, and you're kind of wanting to fix that. You're wanting to fix whatever this is that kind of, like if it's a person, it's like you're kind of recognizing that someone is causing more of a drain on you than anything. And it's like you're willing to fix it, but you can't be that person for them. You know what I mean? Or that's double the work for you. So it's like you're in a space where you're kind of recognizing what isn't working. A lot of you guys too, you know, you're being manipulated by someone that is just straight up not taking accountability, and they're trying to come at you with this like lighthearted, like, yeah, man, I'll get you next week. Or if it's a relationship, it's like you're getting this like lighthearted, like, you know, like lightheartedness, like completely ignoring the facts. And I feel like you may find the best way I can explain what's happening for you this week, Aquarius, you may find yourself rebelling against an agreement, okay, in a workplace, in a marriage, in something like that, because you're starting to realize you can't, like, you're starting to realize that you can't take someone seriously, or you're starting to realize how, you know, you can't rely on someone, okay? Or even if it's just an employer, you're starting to realize you can't rely on this employer because they never pay you, or there's something here that is making you feel challenged, okay? So if this is nothing to do with a specific person, this is a way of making money that is making you feel challenged. And it's, you know, the good news is you're acknowledging it. You're acknowledging it, you're remaining optimistic. But I feel like when it comes to you dealing with a specific person, yeah, I feel like you're dealing with, you know, the Page of Pentacles in reverse is like being on the, like, receiving manipulation, receiving laziness, receiving, it's like a lazy lover, a lazy partner, someone that doesn't take accountability at work, someone that you end up like going around the shop and kind of doing all their work for them, something like that. So even if you're a boss, for example, you may be kind of rebelling against an employee that isn't really doing their part, something like that. So I feel like you're trying to make adjustments here. You're trying to make up for someone's lacking. That's the best way I can explain it. Okay, you're trying to make up for someone's lacking. You may find yourself kind of rebelling against an agreement. What's this Page of Cups? The Seven of Cups in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse, and the Six of Cups in reverse. This is like heavy resistance. This is 3 sixes. This is heavy, and they're all in reverse. Heavy resistance. Receiving a reality check in regards to what's causing resistance. Three sixes, Page of Pentacles in reverse. That's like bad energy right there. And sixes, to me, 666 is not bad, but when they're all in reverse, that's like a shit ton of opposition on your energy source. And, you know, black magic, call it whatever you want. But the reality is you have control over that. So whatever this is that's causing a shit ton of oppression on your energy source, I feel like you're kind of naturally rebelling against that energy. There may be a temptation, though, to kind of not be honest, though, because, again, like I said at the beginning, you may be avoiding being destructive. And this may be a situation that the more you avoid being destructive or direct and honest, the more resistance is getting put on your energy. With the Hierophant in reverse as well, your values may be challenged this week. You may be disagreeing with someone's values on something, or there may be a situation that is very unconventional for you. Even just an agreement. Maybe you're feeling challenged by an agreement. There's something here where you feel like you need to kind of, what's the Hierophant in reverse? Some of you guys as well, like this Page of Cups energy, if you are kind of on the receiving end of like, lighthearted energy, or remain optimistic, or an apology even, I feel like it's almost limiting you, to be quite honest. Like there's 6 Pentacles in reverse, receiving gifts with strings attached, receiving someone kissing your ass, a suck up, someone that is trying to heal some type of negative view you have of them, for example, or even just cause you to avoid leaving this job, or avoid walking away from something, or disconnecting. Like there's some type of energy that is trying to restrict your pathway. Okay. Death in reverse with the Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, a lack of change in a certain situation is kind of causing you to rebel against it. Like, because you're recognizing, like I said at the beginning, you are in that space of, with the Two of Pentacles, remaining balanced to yourself, but recognizing what is kind of robbing you of your energy, your money, your time, whatever it may be. And because of the lack of change, you're now starting to rebel. You know what I mean? And there's like a temptation to not conform to something. Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel like you're in a space where you're avoiding communicating, but instead of communicating or being destructive with your words per se, you're more so, rebelling with your energy. Like, have you ever had someone take advantage of you and they keep doing it? So you just kind of stop doing it and seeing if they notice, seeing if they kind of step it up a little bit, and they just don't. You may be noticing, like, if you stop, it's just, like, for example, if it's a relationship, you may be noticing you can't take a break because this person is just tone deaf to something. And it's like you may be in a space where you're becoming frustrated because you're avoiding being destructive, but you're recognizing the lack of change. You're in a space of trying to challenge someone because of the lack of change, and you may be also rebelling against some type of agreement. Okay. Some of you, if you're dealing with someone that you've been dealing with for a long ass time, some of you have someone that's holding the past against you. 6 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, someone is justifying undervaluing you, or not balancing out a situation, or not reciprocating on a situation because of the past. Oh, well, you did this like 4 years ago, blah, blah, blah. Some bullshit like that, right? Like, some of you have someone holding the past over your head. And it's not worth it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, like, what's this Justice in reverse? 9 of Pentacles just showed its face. Empress in reverse. 4 of Cups in reverse. You may feel like there's someone like sulking or focusing on the negatives within the home or within a community or something like that, that's quite overbearing. You may feel a lack of support as well, specifically within the home in regards to something that's not going in your favor, or in regards to something that's draining you, or even in the family. You may be feeling a lack of support from a family or home or community-like situation in regards to something that is not going in your favor. Could be a legal agreement not going in your favor, or just someone that's just being really overbearing. Okay. Either way, I would be really careful with that energy. Like I said, obviously if it resonates with you, if it doesn't, just fucking ignore me. But it's like, I feel like there's an energy where there's someone that's holding the past over your head. Or you feel that way, or there's something that's causing a huge resistance. You may feel like you're receiving a reality check as well that kind of rocks the boat a little bit or kind of causes you to bring in an unwelcome transition. Temperance in reverse. Things are out of balance. Yeah, I feel like you're frustrated this week. To put it, I mean, keep in mind there's a spectrum, okay? Dramatic or not so dramatic. There's something challenging you. There's something that is opposing you drastically, and it's going to be up to you to kind of acknowledge what's oppressing you and do something about it instead of allowing someone to use the past against you, for example. And the reality is we all do shitty things. That's okay, okay? That's okay. If someone wants to hold it over your head, then, you know, fuck them. Let them do that in their own reality that's separate from yours, okay? But I feel like there's a situation here that's oppressing you and you find yourself rebelling against it energetically, but then because of the lack of change, you're becoming more frustrated, and you're still in the space of kind of following someone's lead, but you're starting to recognize the lack of growth now or the lack of support or something like that, and you're becoming frustrated because you feel like you're receiving a reality check that's causing an unwelcomed change. Like maybe you're starting to question, like, do I need to go bankrupt? Now, let's not bring that into, it's not the worst case scenario. I mean, let's be real. Or you're starting to question, like, do I need to get a different job, or do I need to move? There's something here where you are stressed the fuck out and you have someone that is just making it worse, or you have, you know, a group of people or family or community. Something here is just making it worse, and you may need to acknowledge the root of that to kind of create a proper solution, because you may feel like you're lacking a proper solution, and that's kind of what's weighing heavy on you. So look, Boss Pants, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you guys are just stressing out way too much. Like some of you guys are dealing with people that just straight up lack common sense. For example, if you are dealing with people that try to hold the past against you, or they're trying to give you some type of like bullshit, you know, or bring some type of bullshit into your plate, like some of you guys just need to like rise above. Do you know what? Was it the seagull? I feel like it's the seagull. There's the seagull, okay? Sometimes, do you know what the crows do to the seagull? They pick at the seagull's neck. And do you know what the seagull does? I think it's the seagull. No, it's not the seagull. What am I talking about? What is it? Oh my God. It's a big bird. I can't think right now. But there's a massive bird. And sometimes crows will come and pick at the bird's neck. And someone comment if you know, because I know this, but for some reason I can't think of it. And anyways, the bird doesn't even bother with the crows. He just flies higher and higher and higher until the crows can't reach him anymore. What is that bird? But it's a fact, okay? I've seen it on National Geographic. So I feel like you almost need to like rise above, like cut this bullshit off. Like Knight of Pentacles in reverse is people that are stupid, people that are lack common sense, people that are bored with themselves, people that have no, I don't know, like they have no place to speak, to be quite honest with you. And you may just need to be very direct. Like some of you, if this is like a relationship where you can't just like walk away, for example, respectfully, you may need to be very direct with someone that is just not pulling through for you. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is known as the deadbeat, someone that's irresponsible, someone that's inconsistent, someone that's lazy. Some of you just need to lay down the law with that energy, okay? Or if it's just people that you're dealing with that really hold not too much value, you just need to, again, rise above it. Let the crows fall off where they may. Let them go find their shiny things to like pick up. Like some of you guys just need to cut that shit off like by detaching. But yeah, if it is something that is a little bit more serious or something that needs more consideration, you may need to have a very direct and honest conversation. You know, find an ultimatum, but also recognize that this person needs to be their own person. You can't be there for this person and maneuver their actions and whatnot. So yeah, like some of you guys are getting lost in the sauce of something, right? Or you're giving someone too much credit. You're giving someone too much power. So even if that's just within your own mind, even if they're not literally doing anything, you're giving something way too much power, and it's not good. You know what I mean? It's almost like a waste of energy. So yeah, you may feel a little bit frustrated, lacking a solution, trying to find a solution, trying to maintain your balance in life, but also starting to feel stressed a little bit, especially when it comes to your finances. And like I was saying in another sign, I don't remember which one, when I was talking about loyalty, not only just in relationships, but in friendships and whatnot, like loyalty is like full support. You know what I mean? Like It's not just about cheating or anything like that. It's about, you know, showing up in whatever way you can. You know what I mean? Not watching the foundation fall and, you know, feeling justified to do nothing. Like, so what is this that's like working against you? That's so overbearing that you just need to cut off like a motherfucker. Like, and it seems to be like you're intimidated to cut this energy off. So someone may got you up in your head a little bit. Give me an oracle for Aquarius. An eagle. What did I say? A seagull? Whatever. Fuck. Tell me you're an East Coaster. Though. Tell me. An eagle. I should have known that. But anyways, yeah, it's the eagle that flies high. We do have past lives. So a lot of you, you're just dealing with past shit. You know, some of you, it's like past shit being haunting you, or like, I don't know, being used against you. We do have celebration though. This is like the Three of Cups as well, with the 3 girls. I don't like to talk on that card. That's the one card. I don't know why I have it in there. But this card is schizophrenia. And I just don't like talking on this card because I really don't know enough about this card or schizophrenia to really know. I have a feel like, I think it's like being, you know, divided between 2 realities potentially. Or it's like, I don't know. I'm not going to talk on that, so I'm just going to put it aside. But if you needed to hear that. Give me another one here. We do have conditioning. The dream. Maybe that's what it is. Some of you guys are being manipulated to go. Some of you guys are being like conned straight up, or you're being manipulated. Someone is conditioning you with like this dream. You know, some of you are getting wrapped up into what are those things? Those pyramid scheme shit. I don't know. Some of you guys are getting wrapped up into a pyramid scheme or whatever. There's a name for it. I can't remember. So be careful of that. But some of you guys are being conditioned to perceive something to be, because this girl's on the outside looking in, and she feels like, it almost reminds me of like someone that, it kind of reminds me of like back like war days, regardless. But it's like this girl feels like she's been waiting forever, and she's still like, she's like tired. She's like, okay, is this even real? Like, is this going to happen? Like some of you guys are waiting for this dream to happen, and you may be being conditioned or programmed to feel that way. Like this may be a boss that is straight up telling you, we'll pay you more every year, and it never happens, or they do, and it's like 25 cents an hour more, bud. You know, something like that. It's like some of you guys are being conditioned. Some of you guys, your perception is a little bit distorted because there is so much going good, or there is so many things to celebrate. Now, I don't want to say you don't have reason to celebrate, but there is something here conditioning you. And conditioning can be a good card, okay? But with the dream here next to this girl, it's like, what? Like when is this happening? Like, I don't know. Like some of you guys are just being manipulated. Some of you guys are being manipulated. See, you're being manipulated by someone that's not being honest with an offer to go against your belief system, or to kind of, you know, even receiving an offer that is like the Hierophant in reverse can be someone that's just not wise. He's a mentor, don't get me wrong, but he gives really shitty advice, right? He's not the best counselor. He can be someone of authority, especially with the Justice card here. And there could be someone that you feel has some level of authority here that may be making you an offer, but it's limiting you. Look, stress. We have stress. It's like, We have stress. And like I was saying in your guys' reading, I said, remember, if you're dealing with someone that's like willing to watch you go through shit and not help out, or they're going to be toned up to it, it's like, the fuck, that's not loyalty, or that's not respect. And like this monkey is literally sitting here playing with this ball while this guy's like carrying it all. Like, a lot of you guys are being conditioned or manipulated to kind of hold on to this dream or idea, you know. And with this, what's this celebration? The Hermit, Three of Cups. All right. Some of you guys have siblings or friends, or a friendship here that is kind of being manifested. This may be something that you've been keeping to yourself, or there's a certain friend or friend group, or even siblings, or something like that. Some type of social circle or connection here that you've kind of been keeping to yourself. And it's like you're trying to be practical and mature about the situation. It's like you're desiring to make long-term plans. Like, some of you guys are trying to make long-term plans here with someone, even a friend or sibling or something like that. But it's like you're trying to be practical, but you feel restricted in these long-term plans because of something that you're waiting on, or something you're waiting to have happen. Because I do feel like there is potential for a lot of good times or reuniting here with someone, potentially a Virgo. But this also kind of reminds me of like the Three of Cups, like waiting for those ships to come through, being optimistic. Some of you guys, just be careful. I mean, you guys are smart. Like, be careful that you're not being conditioned here in a relationship, or by anyone, really. Okay. So, but yeah, there could be some financial stress that is kind of like requiring your attention. But you may not be being wise when it comes to it, because it's like you're listening to the wrong person, or you're not listening to even the Hierophant in reverse on a personal level. You may not be listening to your own inner compass, your own wisdom. It's like you're kind of going against your own awareness of a situation. But we have strong Virgo energy. We also have Taurus, Scorpio, strong Taurus, and Libra. All right. Pisces. So yeah, tomorrow, Pisces, I'm going to start with you guys. So we're going to go back and forth consistently. I like that. And I get it for the last few signs. I'm a little bit out of it. But all right, Pisces. What can Pisces expect this week? 3 more. Two more. What can Pisces expect this week? Just going to peek. Fool in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 2 shuffles. Some of you guys have ended something with an Aries, or there's a lot of arguing about shared resources with an Aries, or there's just a lot of superficial bullshit with an Aries. 10 of Cups in reverse, Magician in reverse, 7 of Cups in reverse, the Death card. It's like you're not confused about something. There's something here you're not confused about when it comes to a relationship that ended, or something that was just not fulfilling you. You may be feeling a little bit tired this week, or not in your power, because you may be stuck in your reality. Like, you may be thinking very realistic this week, Pisces, where you may feel limited a little bit. You may be feeling like someone is draining you of your energy, or at least trying. Okay. You may also feel You may also feel, Pisces, like you have skill, you have talent, but you may feel limited when it comes to exploring that, right? The Page of Magician reverse can be someone that just has wasted talent, wasted skill, but it's like you may be just you just may feel limited when it comes to options for that. Or again, you may be just being very realistic with yourself this week. Very realistic. I feel like there's a lot of energy being drained into someone that is irritating the shit out of you. I also feel like you feel as though you can't be honest in regards to your plan, in regards to what's going on here with you, because you may feel like someone will just take advantage of your honesty, or you may feel like someone is just because with the Two of Swords in reverse and the rest of the cards, there's something here you have just made your mind up on. You may find yourself this week being quite underhanded in your approach, in your communication, whether that's on social media, whether that's directly. You may find yourself being underhanded about someone that took advantage of you or undervalued you. I would be careful with feeding too much energy into that, but yeah, it's like, it is what it is. It's like, you're annoyed, okay? And I get it. You're irritated. You may feel like someone is just not being honest about something, okay? You may attempt to kind of expose someone or kind of say it how it is in a very direct way, regardless of if it's drama or not. Just like, there's something here you're just irritated with. What's this Two of Swords in reverse? Because the thing is, whatever this is, I feel like you are not confused about it. You have realized this is way too much. It's too dysfunctional. This is not making me happy. You kind of recognize that it's too much. And you're not confused, but I feel like your mind is still kind of stuck on it because of this irritated understanding about the truth of this person or situation. It's just you're irritated. What's this Two of Swords in reverse? The Five of Pentacles and the Hierophant. You just may straight up feel conned by someone, if I'm going to be honest with you, Pisces, or you feel like someone took advantage of you or used you, or you may feel like someone is, you may feel like someone's constantly opting to kind of play poor me. You know what I mean? When they're the ones that screwed you over. It's that type of energy. Like you may feel like someone's, you know, when someone tries to be the bigger person when really they're the fuckhead, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. But it's like, you may feel like someone is in a space of trying to make you feel bad or other people feel bad. The Hierophant can sometimes speak in public settings or forums or Facebook or what the fuck ever. It's like, you may feel like someone's trying to play this energy of like, you know, I'm the bigger person, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it may be irritating you because you may have your eye on it. So I would just be careful. Even if it's not like a relationship or something like that, there's something here that's just irritating you, but like your focus is still on it. You're still kind of turning your head. What's the Six of Pentacles in reverse? Nine of Pentacles, the Tower. Because a lot of you, for example, if it's not that deep, if it's like a lover or something that wasn't that deep, a lot of you guys have someone that's coming out from the cold, but they're coming in trying to be the bigger person when they screwed you over a multitude of times. Something like that. Okay? Or it's like they're trying to be oblivious to what they did to you or whatever it may be. Thank you, Purple Table Tarot. I appreciate that, girl. So true, Rose. It's exhausting. Thank you. I appreciate that, girl. Thank you. So I see, the good news is you're not confused, okay? It's not manipulating you in the way of like you're rethinking your judgment or decision, but just be careful of allowing yourself to be drained energetically with someone, you know, trying to undermine the truth. And I get how annoying that is, but it's like you're just, yeah. And even if it's like not that deep, Pisces, where it was the lover that kind of had a short fling and they come back into your life, you may feel like this person is coming back into your life completely playing oblivious to the fact that, I don't know, maybe they wasn't single before and now all of a sudden they are. So all the problems go out the window. Have you ever had someone that fucked you over and they come back acting like that never existed? Like they even like will gaslight you and act like that never existed. Something like that. Something that's very like underhanded, like annoying. It's more of a nuisance. It's a nuisance type of energy. Either way, Pisces, I feel like you're in a space of not reciprocating on it, which is good. Okay. Yes, you may feel like someone's coming in to kind of play the scene or whatever it may be. And now if it's not that dramatic, because for some of you it will be. So for some of you it is that dramatic, where it's a deep wound that someone's just completely undermining and acting like it doesn't exist or trying to play a different role or whatever it may be. For others of you, you just have someone that's coming in trying to kiss your ass, trying to suck up, trying to whatever, because there was some minor wounds between the two of you. And I feel like you're kind of remaining separate to that situation because you've made your choice and you've kind of recognized that situation is too dysfunctional, or it's not going to fulfill you, or you may just see someone as uncommittal, something like that. And with the Seven of Swords, I have a feeling, Pisces, that you guys are plotting something so completely outside love. I feel like there's something you're plotting, like, and you may feel like you can't really show your cards because you may not trust this person, or you may not trust even a group of people. Like for some of you, you have like a whole family, like 10 of Cups in reverse, that can often be like a whole family that is just irritating the shit. Like for example, if it's an ex, you may feel like their whole family is against you type of thing, like some fucked up bullshit. Excuse my language, I'm cursing a lot in your guys' reading, my bad, but it is a very irritating energy. Like some of you guys have like something dysfunctional, like just feeling like it's like attacking you in some way. And I feel like you're not really reciprocating on it. You're trying to remain separate, but it is causing a lot of confusion, or not really confusion, more so oppression, because you may be a little bit surprised by it. It's like, you know, when you feel like someone wouldn't do you that dirty and they do, it's kind of like that. Seven of Swords. Look, you guys are planning to offload this. You're seeing this as a burden that's not yours. Ooh. Knight of Cups. You guys are inspired to let go of burdens that are not yours to hold on to. I also feel like you got something, some of you guys have a new love that's trying to connect with you. You may be a little bit distracted with past drama, okay? You may be kind of keeping that to yourself, Four of Swords. Some of you guys are more inspired to just kind of withdraw and take a break, Pisces. Some of you guys may be, you know, seeking counsel or help, or, you know, even just a lover or a friend, someone that you may feel like is a good soundboard for you. You may be inspired to kind of seek help or counsel or advice this week from someone. Because of that 10 of Wands in reverse, I feel like you're in a space where you don't want to have to worry about this. You don't want to have to hold on to this, but you may still feel like, for example, for some of you, if there's a marriage or something that kind of went south, you may be in a space of being aware you don't want it, but now you're kind of seeking help or counsel in regards to how to let this go in the best way. So you don't have to keep, you know, getting your nose into shit, wondering what's going on, right? It's like you just want this done. It kind of feels like something like that. You may be maybe you're going to a lawyer in private or something like that. Or if it's not that deep, Pisces, like if it's just some floof boy that you're irritated by, that you're not confused about, that's coming into your life, I feel like you're just inspired to isolate from the situation and kind of focus on you, focus on your own well-being, meditate, things like that, things that are more good for the soul. Look, Two of Cups in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, Empress in reverse. A lot of you, there's an overbearing mother figure from a partnership that may have come to an end that is driving you literally batshit crazy, okay? And you may be trying to seek help or advice in regards to how to deal with that. And if it's not a mother figure, this is someone that is just very manipulative, someone that is very overbearing. They know how to play on your emotions. They know how to manipulate. They know how to gaslight. They know how to, like, you know, there's a lack of empathy there as well, okay? There's a lack of personal accountability with how they're impacting you. So I feel like you guys are authentically trying to take control and emotionally detach from potentially an Aries. We did have that come out in the in the spread. But some of you guys are just fed up with someone's disrespect, honestly. And you may be seeking legal advice, or you're seeking counsel or help, or someone that can kind of help you, like I said, if it was a marriage or something, then yeah, you're probably seeking a lawyer or something, or some type of help. Okay. Or some of you guys are just inspired to kind of withdraw from the situation because you're recognizing that that's what you need to do for your mental health. Some of you guys as well also have someone that is trying to show up for you as an emotional support. They may appear as a lover or a potential lover, but you may even find yourself detaching from this person, even though there's low-key like interest, because you may be so fed up with a past situation that came to an end, where you're just kind of taking a minute, where you're not really as open as you want to be to even this person that is trying to come in and offer support here for something that you're going through. Okay, like, it sounds like really crazy and Jerry Springer, Pisces, but I promise you have the upper hand here. It's just a lot of smoke and mirrors. There's a lot of things irritating you. Yeah, there's things that's maybe stressing you out. Like maybe you feel like you're getting robbed blind because you have to, pay to do things the more conventional way through the courts with the Hierophant, and that may be irritating you. Or there's something here that's just frustrating you. But I feel like you have the upper hand. It's just kind of not allowing yourself to get too lost in the sauce. Okay, so it's not as bad as it sounds. And I feel like there is support coming in for you, Pisces. And again, I feel like if it is a lover or a love interest, this person may be in a space where they're kind of recognizing that you've kind of detached. And I feel like this person is trying to be there for you, but you're not really up to the challenge right now because there's other things just irritating you. Okay, and I feel like this person is willing to be mature. And others of you, you're just inspired to kind of seek counsel or thank you, Danielle LaRue, girl. I appreciate that. And I seen the super chat you made on the personal reading I done for you too, I believe. Something. I really appreciate that, girl. So thank you so much. So Pisces, you're inspired to kind of take a step back and focus on your mental health. Just try not to let the situation drive you too crazy, because that's really all it's doing right now, is getting in your head. It has no actual power and no formal, has no actual power here. Let's just put it that way. Okay. It's just irritating. So but the good news is, look, Pisces, you're not feeding into the bullshit. You're not feeding into someone sucking up to you or someone trying to con the scene or whatever it may be. You're remaining separate. You successfully are creating some sense of financial independence. You're successfully becoming single. You're successfully letting all the bad shit come to an end. And with that 9 of Pentacles, a lot of you guys are, in a space where you don't need anybody. And it naturally draws in a lot of oppression sometimes, or people that envy that, or people that try to control you. A lot of people don't like your sense of independence, right? A lot of people try to control you. And it's like there may be someone that you've kind of freed yourself from in that regard successfully. Okay, you're not feeding into this bullshit. You're not feeding into the sucking up, the kissing ass, the narrative that they're trying to throw, even if that's a negative one. So that's the good news. And you are coming out of the week in a good energy. It's just getting through it, talking to the right people. And again, you may lose your cool momentarily. Like maybe you'll just say some bullshit, you know what I mean? Spill some tea from a little bit. But then you go back to like, bam, cutting it off. Anyway, sorry. Like, it's actually a positive reading. It sounds a little bit, it's just a week, okay? It's just a week. If it's not your reading, it's not your reading. It could be a Taurus or Aries or Scorpio. But give me a Oracle. Man, this guy's coming out for everybody. We do have healing, and then we have flowering. So look, don't look. This guy's coming out for a lot of people today. So there's definitely a need to kind of stay grounded, not look at things that is getting you all riled up, not look at things that is like making you heated, that is, you know, humiliating your root chakra as well. It's like there's a situation that you just need to not look from and focus on nurturing the ground you stand on, focusing on nurturing you. Okay, all that negative focus, and that goes for anybody. Like the more negative focus that you put into other people, even if it's justified in your mind, the less energy that goes into you. And it's sometimes a lot easier said than done, but it's not impossible. Okay, and sometimes you just need that reinforcement, that reminder, because you know it. Okay, you just need that reminder sometimes. Okay, but yeah, the less energy you put into looking into the external and things that are triggering you in the core, the more energy that you put into yourself. We also have flowering, turning in. So a lot of you guys just need to turn in here. Just give me one more. Awareness. Like you're already aware of what you're dealing with, Pisces. It's just about using the right protocol, using your higher self, and acting accordingly, and not looking and entertaining situations. I like to think of it like this. Like even if people are running their mouth or whatever it is, or whatever, do you even care about those people? Like, do you even, like, for example, this is how I think about it. If people are running their mouth, if those other people believe what this person is saying, I don't want them in my life anyway. Or maybe this person is running their mouth to just their friends or people that you don't give a fuck. And it can be so irritating to the ego to have your name tainted or whatnot. But the reality is, do you even give a fuck? The only times it becomes irritating sometimes is when it's like a legal issue or something like that. But if it's something that you can just walk away from, you don't need to give a fuck. Like you don't want those people in your reality anyways, if that's what's going on. Because for some of you, that's what you feel like is going on. And that's what's irritating you. Okay. So, but then like legal stuff, like for example, a lot of y'all see my drama and it's like, people are like, it's like, you can't walk away from legal shit. Like you just can't. Like, what am I supposed to tell you? like, I wish I could, because I can walk away from shit pretty fucking easy. But some shit you can't. People just drag you through all the loopholes they can possibly drag you through. All right, I think that's a wrap, guys, and I'm gonna get out of here. Well, thank you, Sunny Maloney. That's really nice of you. Yeah, there's a lot of great readers on YouTube. It really just depends on the style you like. I actually had a very long comment yesterday or the day before about my readings are really long. And the reality is, I know my readings are long. And the reason they're long is because that's just how I am. My Mercury, my mind and my communication is in Taurus, okay? It can drag ass sometimes. And I'm sorry, that's just who I am. That's my style. I'm always trying to get to the root of shit. And if I can't get to the root of shit, it bugs me. So I'm just a longer reader. And sometimes I try to do quickies for you guys and stay on the surface level of things, but that's just how I am. And I really can't be any other way. Okay, I've tried. If I could get a whole all signs in the same style reads, I would. That would make more sense time-wise, but I can't. So sometimes, yeah, I just block people that think I do this because I think it's like this is how I read. I can't change the type of reader I am. So like I could, but I'd give you a watered down version, which I do sometimes in quickies and stuff, but it still bugs me. Like it irritates me. You know what I'm saying? But we all have different desires when it comes to what we listen to. You know, I watch a reader. Her channel is Alchemy in You. I believe that's it. I really suck at remembering channel names. But sometimes I'll just put her on while I'm like cleaning the house. And sometimes her readings are so long, but they're super incredible to listen to. They're very inspiring. Like, because sometimes when you listen to readings, you need to realize it's not always to predict your future. It's to confirm things within your soul. It's to release things within your soul. It's to trigger things. It's to kind of, you know, be like a form of art for your soul. You know what I'm saying? So I know Alchemy in You is one I listen to. Sometimes she just goes off and she makes these long videos, and I just love it because I'll listen to it while I'm cleaning or something like that. and you just pick things up, right? You just pick things up that connect with you in the soul. And then there's things that won't, but it's the art of it. It's the art of the soul. Your soul is art. Your soul is a wave. So we all have different styles of readings. And then sometimes, like when I used to be wanting specific answers, I'll watch like quicker style readers. You know what I'm saying? So it really depends on what you like and what energy you're in and what space in your life you're in. So please respect my style of reading. You know what I mean? Or I'll block you. Because, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm not always in the mood for a longer reading. But as a reader myself, that's usually the only what I do. And like I said, I try to do the quickies, I feel, and I successfully did it within an hour. But, you know what I mean? But yeah, Alchemy and You, I recommend. She's so phenomenal to listen to. Like, I don't know how, you have to be in a space, right? Don't listen to long readings if you're not in a space to just kind of sit back and just, I usually put my headphones on, right? So anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Bye. Thank you guys for sitting and chit-chatting and all that good stuff. Bye.